positive vibe throughout the ball club. I think that, big efforts, whether it's Ford or Cal Price or Smith, really permeates through the club. Great weeks we had by Luke Chakowski. Joey Roach hit his first home run last night at Aldie. Steven McLean had his best week with the bat by far, not only running to an average over 300, but also coming up with some big sacrifices in big spots, moving some runners around, really being a valuable asset at the back end of the lineup, which has always been kind of the Turks' way, having a sleeper number 9 hitter in the lineup a couple of years ago during the championship year in 2012. LJ Peruki was the number 9 hitter for the Turks, and came back last summer as the number 3 hitter. So one of those things where you've got a terrific hitter hidden down there in the 9-hole, it really becomes nice when you've got Thomas Spitz coming up, and you've got talent following them. Christopher Barr has also done a great job. He's back in the number 2 spot tonight and playing at first base. We'll get to that when I get to the lineups. But it's just one of those things where, when one or two guys get going, some of the newbies, whether it's the young players like Barr and McLean, they really say, okay, this is what consistent leadership and play that it looks like. Also, Brandon Gold had a terrific week. Gold is a guy that can play the third base position, also can pitch a little bit. So, you got some of the dual threat players doing well. On the mound, not only is Ford having a terrific season, but Tyler Brown, Brett Morgan, and even Gold, and it's really work on the hill, absolutely did nothing during the week. So triple heroes across the board. So definitely one of those things where when you're not giving up anything, you're going to get 2-3 runs and win ball games. So you're not going to lose 13 like in the game last night. So when you're able to put 2-4 runs in the board and keep that winning streak going, that means that your pitchers and your defense are getting the job done. The Senators coming here tonight. They are 6-9 on the season. They had kind of a crazy season. I looked at all these box scores and some of the games that played out late. They had a very crazy season, to say the least. They had a lot of games where we had maybe a 5-0 lead mid part of the game, and they had it tied up and they go late. They had some really big swings in some of their ball games. Last night, no exception for the Senators. But their head coach Eric Lumley, he's done a great job with that club, because when you're in Aldie, you know that you've got a boatload of travel to do, whether it's a long trip to Covington or some of the other trips that you've got to make. The Senators they have a tough season when it comes to travel. They're not so sure located where some of the Turks are, so they definitely have that working against them. And there's been some nights also where they've been rained out when everyone else has played their games. So, kind of a challenge, but there's been some seasons where we get most of the rain in the valley, and Aldie ends up being in a better spot. So that kind of goes back and forth. But see, Matt Reese is to my right here, and the other dude's working on getting the live stream going, live video stream going. I know that the audio side of that has been a challenge, but what you can do is listen to me or listen to the audio. Adam Che is also doing a good job with highlight packages as well, so we expect to see those good highlight packages going on. I'll give Adam a challenge. Hopefully he'll take it up. With the World Cup going on, the College World Series going on, I challenged Adam and said, Adam, here this summer you're doing all these great video packages and things about the Turks and about the season, things like that. Let's try and combine two things. I'll give you the title, and you tell me after a couple of days, see how good a package you can do. The title of the next piece is If Baseball Players Flopped. Just like over for soccer players. So, the stiff wind comes and fall down, start rolling around. Seconds later, some guy runs out with a magic cold spray, sprays it on their ankle, and they pop right back up, and then they're back in the ball game, they're back into action. So I'll see how creative he can get with that. He's got a wicked sense of humor. I think that'll be good if he takes the ball and runs with that. So I'm going to step out for a break here in the Belows pregame show, and when I come back, I'm going to talk about who's hot and who's not players on the Turks. A lot of guys really turned the corner and took some of those batting averages down below 200 and getting down corrected for the Turks. But I'm going to talk about Harrisonburg leaders and Aldie Senatos leaders. We're doing all kinds of things right up into our starting lineup. So Real quick break. We'll be back in just a second with more Turks baseball here on the pregame show, brought to you by Lowe's.
Real life on the farm is kind of laid back, ain't much an old country boy like me saying that. So if you rise early in the side, thank God I'm a country boy. Well, a simple kind of life never did me no harm. Raising me a family and working on the farm. Days are all filled with an easy country charm. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. When the work's all done and the sun's set low, it's all sweet, so I keep a cattle up. Thank God I'm a country boy. I play it out all day. If I could have got the world, no, I wouldn't be very good. So I fiddle when I can, but sure. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me a fiddle. When the sun's coming up, and the cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, the working made a life of time and so if you want to never was one again when it comes to food. Rather have a finger like a funny tune. Thank God I'm a country boy. Yeah, I'm sitting over driving in a black Philly. A lot of sad people from the west of my team. Done what they're making out, that's what I mean. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine, I got me old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. I ain't nothing but a funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Lowe's pregame show. Getting a quick start here tonight. We're going to pause now for our national anthem. And that's two words running. Good national anthem. Play ball. That's what we're about to do here. Let's take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. First for the visiting Aldie Senatos, Andrew Siegel will be operating center field leading things off. Garrett Branch will be at shortstop here, swing second. Joe Giacomo will be the designated hitter batting third. Pat Wright will be at first base batting cleanup. Matt Milliken will be in left field swinging fifth. Joe Consolmagno will be in right field here bat sixth. Kyle Corwin will be at second base batting seventh. He's strong down at the hot corner here bat eighth. Mike Abraham will be doing the catching. And here will be catching the offers of Humberto Jr. Delatorre, the right-hand pitcher. Delatorre, USC Buford versus South Carolina. Buford, I'm told they're the Sand Sharks. That sounds pretty darn intimidating. There, the Harrisonburg Turks looking to keep that mojo going. Thomas Spitz will be leading off. He's in center field. Christopher Ball will be batting second. He's at first base. Thomas Smith batting third. He'll be at second base. Matt Rose in the designated hitter spot. Just found out that Rose is not on the Turks player of the week. He has raped in the VBO honor, so we'll do that right up here in just a few minutes. Had a big week, and after a couple of honorable mentions, he was a VBO player of the week. How about that? Eric Kedfresh will be in his normal left field spot, batting fifth. Brandon Gold down at third base at about sixth. Luke Chakowski got in right field, batting seventh. Richard Matulia is doing the catching. He is batting eighth. Stephen McLean at shortstop. He will bat ninth. And on the bump, the right-hander from UT San Antonio, Ben Moakley. Moakley is 0-1 on the season. Looking to get his first good start underway, but a lot of the Turks pitchers are starting to really get it going from a statistical standpoint. And it's good to see each of these guys, if they've had a tough start, come right back with a good one. Locally, specifically on the year, 13.1 innings. He has given up less than a hit per inning. He's given up 13 hits, 12 runs, 10 of them are earned, 7 strikeouts, and 5 walks. And he's pitching to an run average of 6.27 so far. So definitely the numbers, when you have less than a hit per inning, looks like you're giving us some big hits along the way. So giving up a couple of triples, which played at some runs. So it really comes down to a couple of pitches. And when you only pitch 13 innings, it's not a big enough sample size. Locally had a solid season at UT San Antonio as the Roadrunners and the team had a great season as well. So glad to have the Roadrunners back in Harrisonburg because we're going to have another big side. Andrew Siegel going to lead it off for the Senators. Only 8 at-bats for Siegel. First pitch is on the outside corner for strike one. Underway with baseball. Spot on 7:30 here, Eastern Standard Time. 2 balls and 1 strike. Moakley kicks and deals. Fastball popped the glove outside this time. 1 ball and 1 strike. Siegel 0 for 8 so far. 1-1 from Moakley. Fastball fouled off third base side. That'll go out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Siegel plays for Concord University. 1-2 pitch changeup, swung on, and he dropped it. He'll have to throw down the first to record the strikeout. Siegel hit it back to the dugout. The pop out of Matulia's grab briefly, but no trouble throwing down the ball at first to get the strikeout. So 1 up, 1 down. Nice teammate battery here for the Turks. Moakley and Matulia, Roadrunners from UT San Antonio. Comes Garrett LeBlanc, squares around, takes a pitch high and tight, and no strikes. Next pitch is also a ball inside. Garrett LeBlanc got an extra syllable in here, even by the Senators coach. 2-0 popped up. Back out of play on the first base side. Look out, folks, about 6 rows back. And as you can tell, got a little piece of the aluminum stands here. Gonna have a couple of good guests so far, and I might try and rope some more folks in here. We're gonna have Commissioner Don Ramos join us right around the second inning. 2-1 pitch. Change up in there for a strike. That looked like a little change up breaking ball. Definitely throws the bank, and he took it. VRBANC, the bank. 2-2 pitch lined out to the right center. That'll get down for the base hit, and by Chakowski all the way to the wall. The bank is good for 2, thinking about 3 bases. Big turn right to the player. Smith's throw to third is just a little offline, and the bank has a 1-out triple to right center. Just outside the glove there of Chakowski and Ray, couldn't cut it off. And here in the big ballpark, there's triples to be had. So a nice little triple, and the Senators are in business. Comes Joe Giacomo now. Left-hand swinger. Fastball pops through the glove on the outside corner for strike 1. University of Delaware, the Medhens for Giacomo. Local comes set, deals to 0-1. Popped out towards center field, hanging up. Spitz will have a play. Makes the catch. Carey's coming to the plate. Pretty good looking throw, and he has got him. A beautiful on-the-fly throw. Call it the 8-2 double play. Thomas Spitz makes the catch and guns the runner of the bank at the plate. Coach Reese will head all the way down to third and give Spitz an attaboy high five coming in from the dugout. So a double play to end the top of the first inning. The other way as the Turks head to the bat rack. We'll be back in just a minute with more Turks baseball. Harrisonburg trying to get on the board here. Aldie Senatos in town. Bottom of the first inning, Turks will get their first crack at the plate, and Douglas leaving that Thomas Spitz kid. There's a runner out at the plate, and he's going to lead off the inning for the Harrisonburg Turks. Going to be Spitz, Bear, and Smith here in the bottom of the first for the Turks. 4-game winning streak coming in, but they're facing a tough customer. Junior Dellatore, 9-1 on the season, but he's given up just 14 hits in 19 innings pitched. Early run average of 1.42, 29 strikeouts in 19 innings to go along with just 6 walks. Those are some numbers that get your attention. Right-handed Dellatore kicks and deals to Spitz. Popped up, that'll get back out of play. Pretty high fastball. No balls and 1 strike. Plenty of time for the Giants. Going to be a beautiful night here at the ballpark. Got a fan breeze blowing out to left field so far. The ball is jumping out of the place up there at Champ Field last night in Aldie. 0-1 pitch, high and tight, 1 ball, 1 strike. Dellatore has a good running fastball moving in on right-hand batters. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dellatore kicks and deals. Popped straight back right over the top of me here, just a little off center from the back corner of home plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Thomas Spitz had a gigantic lead for the Turks, as many players did. Matt Rose just edged him out for Turks Player of the Week. And Rose, the VBO Player of the Week, with the thunder stats he put up. 1-2 pitch, very high and tight again. 2-2, rushes Spitz back a little bit. Spitz with 7 steals on the season as well. So, very typical leadoff man with speed, but he's also got some real pop. And as you can tell, some defense from center field. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Good fastball by Dellatore, and Spitz swings right through it, up about letter high for out in the leg. Here comes Christopher Barr now. Left-hand swinging from the U, University of Miami. 271 on the season for Barr. He had an over 300 week as well. 6 different Turks with over 300 for the week. Fastball is high for a ball to ball. Two doubles and 5 RBIs for Barr. Delatorre kicks and deals high with the fastball. Barr brings back in there. Delatorre has a sign right, and he kicks and deals. Hit high and deep to right field. This ball is really tied. Right up there, and it is gone. A home run for Christopher Barr. Got one about belt high, and he did not miss it. Turned on it nicely to straight away right center over the high fence here at Eagle Field. And the Turks are on the board. Solo home run. First home run at the Harrisonburg Turk for Christopher Barr. And he got a little piece of that one. So here comes Thomas Smith. Certainly Delatorre's first long ball alive. Righty-righty matchup as Smith digs in. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Nice little snap off by Delatorre. No balls and 1 strike. Junior kicks and deals. Fastball popped up shallow left field. Gonna be playable. Called for and caught. Out in left field. Matt Malakane for the Millers. Not sure who came up with the nickname Millers or Scott Miller, the Aldie broadcaster, his sidekick. His name escapes me. I apologize for that. But a very good tandem. Like to listen to the Turks around the road. The Millers, good nickname. Breaking ball in there for a strike to Matt Rose. And Rose is seeing a little bit larger than a 2.5-inch baseball. He is really seeing it well and crushing it lately. The 1 pitch is low for a ball. I promise I'll get to the Matt Rose VBL Player of the Week write-up that just came up online as we were doing the pregame show. 1-1 pitch outside for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. And, with a player like Rose, the better he controls with the aggressiveness around the edges of the strike zone and waits for pitches in the zone, that is bad news for pitchers. 2-1 breaking ball in there for a strike. Delatorre's got some good-looking stuff. Good running fastball. We've seen that overhand curve. Kind of an 11-5 curve to me. And the right-hander lets it go at the 11 number on the face of the clock, and it ends up at 5. 2-2 slider going outside. Good pitcher's pitch with nobody on. See if Rose is a little antsy with the stick and get himself out. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs and nobody on. Delatorre deals to Rose. High and tight for ball 4, and Rose, if you're not going to give him strikes, he's going to take a walk. That is a disciplined guy. Because sometimes you're just seeing it so well that you think you can hit anything that's offered, and you end up getting yourself out. Rose off to another good start to another Valley week. Here comes Eric Kelfresh now. A couple of home runs on the year for Kelfresh. Delatorre from the stretch now, comes set. Deals to Kelfresh. Fastball, right down Broadway. No balls and 1 strike. Kelfresh had 258 so far. Hit 357 here last summer. And the All-Star Game MVP. 0-1 pitch popped up, shallow left field again. Malakane glides over. He's camped on it. And he makes the catch for out number 3. But Turks put 1 on the board. Christopher Barr more specifically decided to leave the building. 1 left for Harrisonburg. Headed to the top of 2. Back in a minute with more Turks baseball. And I mentioned earlier, we're going to have Commissioner Lenish is going to join us. And also I'm going to try and get my arms around Mama Turk, Teresa Reese, Even if not, we just have to drive her up here. We're going to try and put a voice with the name that you heard so much about here at Turks baseball. Mama Turk, hope you're going to join us later in the ball game. Back in just a second.
Remember how you made me crazy? Remember how I wanted to scream? I don't understand your way to others. Baby, what you see that? I'm gonna show you what I made of. I can see
Top of the second inning. This pitch from Mokley in there for a strike. Pat Wright going to lead it off for the Senators. Wright, Martin, and Consamagno are going to lead it off. Fastball grounded out to the shortstop. Backhanded by McLean. Jugger hit briefly. Routine. Shares the first. Not in time. Really hot him on the great backhand play. Juggered it and then throws a little bit off round. Pulled ball out the bag. I think that'll be scored an infield hit, and it is. Always a hit on Turks baseball, and that's a tough one to do an introduction down there for new commissioner drivers. How you doing, Dave? It's great to be here. Beautiful night for baseball. I know that sounds cliche, but isn't it? It is perfect. Absolutely perfect. I have a rule that I check the weather. If it's going to be below 70 degrees before 9 p.m., I don't wear shorts. But tonight's a shorts night. That's great. Ground ball shortstop. McCullough takes it, goes to the bag himself. There's the first in time. So the six unassisted, 6-2, equals a double play all day. So 2 up, 2 down. The Turks with 2 double plays already, right? Well, that's a great way to start a ball game. Get you out of a couple of jams. How about that throw from Spitz from center field? Nothing to the guy at home plate. Nothing to lose. And nothing to lose. Nobody else on there. You might as well cut it loose. But Spitz is really the kind of complete player. Getting to see him here in back-to-back seasons has been a treat. He's got a good arm, and he can go get it out there. He really is become a complete player. Here comes Consamagno now. Left-hand swinger. Goes to UMass low. Next pitch is in there for a strike. 1 balls and 2 strikes to Joe Consamagno. Slider a little bit low. Good-looking pitch there by Mokley. 1-2 pitch now. Fouled off third base side. Only 6 home games for the Turks so far. The schedule's kind of weird. If people take time to look at the schedule, we've got a 4-game homestand coming, another 4-gamer, a 5-gamer. Things are going to correct themselves in a hurry. I tell you, an odd number of teams in the league make scheduling very difficult. Well, 11 teams, first of all, is like scheduling one on time behind your back. It's a bad number for so many reasons. The good news is we should be back to 12 next year. 1-2 pitch. Hot foul, third base side again. Pretty good little battle here between Consamagno and Mokley. They've done the last couple of seasons, actually the last 3 seasons. We've been so excited with these UT San Antonio road runners that we get. It really is a testament to how deep Division I is with talent. Well, we have, I don't like to slide it running down toward first. Christopher Ball is going to take this, and he steps in the bag just in time. So Turks get him really double play mixed in there, facing the minimum once again. I did some numbers right before our last Valley League meeting about how many Division I schools there are within a 300-mile radius of JMU, a 300-mile radius of VMI, and also George Mason. It's absolutely incredible. You basically take in the Big Ten, the Mid-American Conference, of course the Big East, I've been pushing real hard to see all of our teams recruit more Division I players. Now, I know, having scouted, that there are some good ball players in D2, D3, NAI, but as far as making a league and a high-quality league, you need to do it with Division I ball players, and so I've been pushing all of our teams to work a little harder at recruiting Division I. Right, and one of the things that I'm really formula is, if you're going to go Division II, go ahead and get yourself a Thomas Spitz, who's at a Division II school, but he's one of the top players in the whole team. You're not going to get the 8th or 9th best player from a Division II or Division II school and have success in the Valley League. But if you get the top person there, D2, a couple of years ago, you had Dobson McPherson from Wingate, and he was up to the Tino Martinez and related to the D2 player of the year. That's the kind of the low D1 player you need to get. Exactly what you have to have. And I remember back in the 80s, before Longwood was Division I, when they were Division II. Yeah, they're going to the College World Series in Division II. They have some great talent. There are a lot of schools out there in Division II. They have some superstars, but it's usually one or two. They all had a player draft from the top 10 ones also. Exactly. And Kansas City, I think he was drafted by. First pitch to Brandon Gold is high for a ball. Michael played on the Olympic team also. Yeah, he's a good player. Basketball is low for a ball. I was going to quiz you, but you answered it right away with Michael Tucker. I'm impressed. I'll tell you. It's almost like you've seen a baseball game or two. Just a couple. 2 balls and no strikes to Brandon Gold. One of 6 Turks who hit over 300 for the week. Popped out to a right center. And playable out there. Camped over and caught by the center fielder Andrew Siegel. 10 pitch to the night. I have one for you, Dave. Yeah. Who's the only Longwood player to play on a national champion NBA team? Oh, well, let's see. Michael Tucker would be my only Longwood player that I knew. I'm going to guess Michael Tucker again. Well, okay. Now let's get that right for Portland, and then he went to San Antonio and won a championship ring at San Antonio. Now that you say it, I knew that. His pitch from Delaware is low for a ball. Luke Chakowski, the Turks right fielder, up there now in a righty-righty matchup. I think that you've been involved in college athletics for decades and decades, but I really think that the talent from bottom to top, especially in Division I, is as tight as can be. There's not a huge drop-off like there used to be. Well, there's so much, in every sport, in every college sport, it's not really for a ball, the parity is fantastic. I mean, you look at football, you look at basketball, baseball, there are so many good young men and women playing athletics right now, and they're playing at such a young age that the talent just develops and develops. Fastball in there for a strike. One of the trends I've seen from the College World Series that I think is a breath of fresh air. Really, so many coaches, they want to see the multi-sport athletes for that diversity, that physical athletic diversity too. I think that's good because too much specialization has a tendency to burn some of the better players out. Yeah, as a matter of fact, don't get me started on how young these kids go with these travel teams and everything. I really think you can do a lot of damage. 2-1 pitch in there for a strike, 2-2 to Chakowski. I had a brother that he was a terrific player, and he just absolutely gave up baseball. I think I was 13, he was 14, and just gave up baseball, never played again, and it seemed so odd to all of us. And, he played low pitch to Chakowski, he walks, so went out walking to Chakowski. He went the whole summer, didn't play at all, and he said, okay, now, maybe people will start treating me like Michael and not just Michael the baseball player. And he's like, people forgot that I'm not just that. And you sit back and think about it as an adult now, you completely understand. It'll be interesting. I saw the other night a preview. There's a movie coming out about a football team that won 151 games in a row, and they finally lose. And which was the Billy Roach missed outside. Basically, what happened as a result of all of that and how the town came to the realization there's more to life than football. And there's more to life than any sport, but the other side of that is that we play sports, one, to learn discipline, to learn competition, certainly to be physically fit. There are lots of good reasons. Breaking ball, swung on, and missed. 1-1 strike to Rose. Joey hit his first home run of the season last night up at Aldie down the right field line. Left-hand swinger, Roach, one of the Georgia State Panthers. 1-1 pitch from Delator. Came back with the breaking ball again. Yes, he did. Very nice. He's going to show us a couple different speeds with that breaking ball. Yeah, I think that when it comes to what sports can offer you, learning how to win and learning how to lose and how to deal with both. That's what a young man and a young lady gets out of sports, I think. Swung on and loose. Good fastball by Delator. Then the piece of him popped in and out of the glove, so he's still alive up there. What I really... No, he didn't. I get a piece of it. Popped out of the glove. That was foul tipped. But he is a strikeout victim. Popped out of the glove. So 2 outs and a runner at first, and here comes Stephen McLean. Had his first real good offensive week. I see Stephen's dad is here again from the West Coast. Welcome back to Harrisonburg. And his Baylor University ball cap on does that. There goes the runner, pitch to McLean, takes a pitch straight on the second, is in time. Tchaikovsky kind of did a face plant slide and left his feet up in the air, and a slap tag by the bank at shortstop nails him. So no one left on for the Turks. He raced on the throw out second base. It was Tchaikovsky. So when that be hit for the top of the third, I think that he's been athletic director not only the Ball State, but also James Madison. James Madison along with, excuse me. And you went to Ball State. I went to Ball State. Actually went to Harvard. There you go. I have degrees from Ball State and a postgraduate degree from Harvard. Outstanding. One thing with you, Coach Leach, is that both of you have scouting responsibilities with the White Sox. The White Sox, yeah. He was a talent scout. I was a position scout. I worked spring training and did some very specific scouting at spring training. Outstanding. Talking a little earlier, Dave, about these young kids and everything, one of the concerns I have, I happen to be up watching a young relative play T-ball a while back, and it bothers me at the age of 8, the emphasis there is on winning, and these kids can barely hit the ball past the infield. They aren't getting any practice on fundamentals at all, and I would really like to see at that age, certainly anything younger than that it not be competitive, but that it strictly be related to learning fundamentals. Yeah, skills based, yeah, it definitely is. I think the challenge with that is that it's hard to keep the kids' attention. You gotta really get to you gotta get some tempo to the practice. I think that's the best way. So the best coaches I had, they had a very regimented tempo, whether that was baseball, basketball, whatever. Every movement meant something, and you began to develop the muscle memory, really like that. This pitch missed outside, slider. I want to come back to that between innings, and I'll tell you another story. Kyle Coleman, the second baseman, leading off. Mokley kicks and deals. Fastball grounded out to the shortstop. Another backhand play by McLean. Jeter style throw, and he does not get him. Heck of a try. McLean to the backhand side again. A long throw. Everybody's trying to do Jeter's signature jumping through. McLean's pulled it off a handful of times so far this year. I'll tell you, he looked real good on that. I mean, he was going so deep in the hole. There just wasn't enough arm to get that ball to first base with any velocity on it, but he made it a mighty close play. So Coleman's got a leadoff single. Here comes Reese Strong, the third baseman. Left-hand swinger is Strong. Squares around, bunts third base side. Mokley's got it. He was third first in time. So successful sacrifice. Mokley might have had a chance to get that guy at second base on that one. He had that ball in good time. But he didn't look. He went for the sacrifice. Yeah, a lot of times, you're just listening to the catcher. Hopefully the catcher is telling you one or two, and that's, you're just going to do what you're told. Let the guy with the eyeballs on the play make the decision. Here comes Mike Abraham now. Right-hand swinging catcher. And he plays for Eckerd, and Eckerd's Division II also, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. A couple of good players in the league school. A couple of good players in Eckerd down Stanton over the years. First pitch is laying inside to Abraham. I've been on that campus. It's a beautiful, beautiful campus. There's a lot of small schools in Florida, a lot of any type schools in Florida, but really nice campuses for sure. One of the pitch grounded out toward McLean and shortstop. Takes on the third hop pitch. One is in time. Running into an out is not what you want to do. That's exactly what Kyle Corwin just did. Ground ball to his shortstop. The little thing is you just got to hold up. Well, and shortstop had good baseball sense on that. He knew he had it, and he made a perfect throw to third base.
Andrew Siegel.
So 2 outs now and a runner at first. Here comes Andrew Siegel, the leadoff man. Fastball high for a ball, 1 ball, and no strikes. Siegel is 0 for 9 on the season. Just 9 at bats. One of the pitch popped out to the left center. Spits glides over into the alley, and he makes the squeeze for out number 3. With a couple of pitches locked in, plus some double plays here got us going. I think that one of the things that I got in my baseball development years was I had coaches that absolutely had no tolerance for bad baseball. And it's, in retrospect, you understand all the little things, but at the time when you're young, it's all cool. But I was always a small player. You're not a big guy, I'm not a big guy. And it was those things later on that had you make the varsity when you wouldn't have made the varsity. All those things where it's between you and another guy. It's like, well, he's got good footwork. Or he stays in the bag and all those kinds of things. And this drilled underneath in the early days that you're going to play good baseball. You're allowed to fail in your attempt to play good baseball, but you're never allowed to play sloppy baseball. Yeah, and I really believe that if you go back some years, there was much more emphasis on fundamentals in teaching baseball. Today, it's getting all these kids together, like you said, but you got to have something to keep their interest. But you need to have a program that says, okay, you go out there on Saturday and you play competitions, but you go out there on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for practices, and you have a skills book that says you've got to accomplish this skill, this skill, and this skill, and that you work on these things. And I don't think that's happening sometimes. And as a result, one, they lose interest. Two, they really grow up and have no real fundamental knowledge of how to play the game. Well, I had a lot of coaches that, during the ball game, if you were in the ball game, they would turn to someone on the bench and say, "What's the plan?" Just whatever little question. And if we didn't have an answer, they'd make you run laps during the game. Because over the years, it's interesting. I remember we had to chatter all the time. Oh yes, the chatter. It doesn't happen at all anymore. It's like dead silence. Yeah, it's a church. And between hitters, you have the best mix in the stadiums like you have now. Yeah. Stephen McLean, the first pitch popped out toward the left field. A busy night for Malachi. He's unable, and he makes the catch. So one pitch went out, and McLean is out of there. Back to the top of the order for Thomas Spitz. There's been a lot of talk about this whole issue of Tommy John surgery and the pitching arms, guys going out and everything. And one of the theories is that these kids are just throwing too hard, way too young, and really ruining their arms, making missed outside. And I do. I think there's high probability of that. Another thing that I've noticed in watching ball players today, you don't see pitchers with the kick that you used to see. No, not at all. And I firmly believe, popped up into the infield, all 4 infielders converged, caught by the Senator second baseman, Kyle Corwin, Yeah, they all had an equal chance at that. I was going to land on top of the pitching level. Yeah, I kind of wondered who was going to take it there for a minute. So 2 up, 2 down.
But as I was saying, you don't see many pitchers today with a high kick, and I think you get your body into that pitch, and you actually save your arm.
Yeah, and you get some easy speed that way. My favorite pitcher of all time was Cake's Jim Palmer, and I'm talking about the high kick, which was Jim. First pitch on the corner, outside corner there to Christopher Ball. 1 for 1, responsible for the only run of the ball game. Bellator deals the 0-1. Swung on, foul, tipped into the glove. No balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, I think that leg kick goes a long way, and you come up with a lot of pitchers, kind of 1960s style. There's Bob Gibson. The Palmer comes to mind, of course, but that leg kick really helps. Gibson, raking ball, running out toward first, taking on 2 hops. And to the bag, unassisted is Pat Wright for out number 3.
My grandkids and I were watching some old footage the other night of baseball, and it just so happened that some of it was of Gibson. One of the grandkids, who's a pretty good baseball player, he said, "Look at how high he kicks that leg. Why does he do that?"
Oh, and the one I was just stumbling to think of, Ron Marichal.
Exactly. Yep.
All right, Turks fans, it is time.
So that high leg kick, I think, can add a couple of miles per hour, and for these rangy pitchers, it also allows them to rotate and land in a fielding position. I mean, those guys that we've talked about, they're always square to the plate when they finish your delivery.
Exactly, and very few pitchers today are sideways.
Yeah, and a lot of pitchers, they're slingers. They come across their body. You always hear the term, it's a violent motion with that particular guy.
That's why I think there's so much arm trouble.
One of the things with Palmer was his easy speed. Palmer was never a 95-mile-an-hour guy, but he was a 92 guy who had such a high release point of delivery and the big leg kick that it was flowing downhill, and it was just such a beautiful fluid motion from those high leg kick guys.
Well, I believe it was 1968 maybe, when pitching just dominated the big leagues so much, and so they lowered the mounds in 69.
We're getting the cone to, right?
Major difference.
Yeah, we were talking about that a while back. I think they lowered an inch, but in terms of the physics of it, it made a big difference. Good, the bank going to leave it off. 1-0 ball game. Solo home run from Christopher Ball, Manly Blemish. Fastball missed inside, 2 balls and no strikes. The bank is 1 for 1. He's got 1 of the 2 Sunday hits. Grounded up the middle and scooped up over there by Smith. They're the first in time. And talk about circling around the ball and getting square to it. Smith is a fundamentals guy, and we're just thrilled to have him back for his 3rd season with the Turks. Now, how cool is that?
That was a big asset coming back in, because there was a weakness at second base at the beginning of the season this year for the Turks, and I'm only saying that by the number of errors that were committed.
Joe Giacomo is up there now. And really, that was kind of an anomaly, because Hunter King struggled, and even Smith struggled a little bit when he first came in. Penalty pitch is high for a ball, 2 balls and no strikes, because King only had 9 errors on the entire season at UNC Greensboro, so his struggle with the glove really comes out of nowhere. Yeah. 2-0 pitch is outside for a ball, so 3 balls and no strikes.
And that can happen for a number of reasons. It may be, he's not used to playing on the same type of surface.
Fastball in there for a strike. He's kind of got easy speed. That's a general lineup, and he's hitting right around that 89-90 stretch with my long effort. 2-1 fastball missed outside. Run out of walk for Giacomo. It's going to bring up Pat Wright, the first baseman. Right from Lemoyne. And Lemoyne is another Division II school.
Aldie recruits heavily, Division II and Division III. And they've built some pretty good ball clubs around. They have. Proves I'm not always right. There's a slider in there for a strike.
Here's a thought on that. I think that Bruce Alger at Newmarket articulated it best. I spoke with him. It's probably 6 or 7 seasons since this topic came up. The good thing about recruiting Grandal out to shortstop, McLean's got on 2 hops to Smith for 1. Jevons throws the first in time. So Smith juggled the ball on the exchange, and they still turned the double play. Third double play of the night for the Turks, and really, in the 4th inning, they stayed out of trouble with that double play. There's no question about it. They're going to have to run in that. But one thing we were talking off the air earlier about some things coming up in the future with the Valley League. I hinted at the fact that that's where we'll be back to 12 teams next year. I think as soon as the College World Series is over with, there's going to be a major announcement, and that announcement will pertain to the Valley League, and it will be about a 12th team coming in next year. And all I can say is it's very, very exciting, and I think it's one of the best things that's happened to the Valley League in recent years. So hopefully everybody will be looking for that. There's good likelihood that it will happen next week. Yeah, outstanding, because 12, we talked about the funky scheduling, but when you can add a 12 team to get back to a balanced schedule, it's going to be a winner for everybody. Not going to win that guy eat his heart out because Lennish is on the microphone. So that guy in the red shirt, yeah. Tell that guy to eat his heart out because Lennish is on the microphone. Chipman. He's a guy that's sitting on the time on us. The voice of Harrisonburg in the building. Yeah, he's over here. He recognizes me. Hey, I have the world's minimum wage and he shows up. Hey, Dave, it's been good to be with you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me on. Enjoy the rest of the ball. We'll see you down the line around All-Star game time. Okay, good. Take care. See you. 1-0 Turks. Junior Delator Diaz breaking ball in there for a strike to Thomas Smith. Always good to have a commish on. And we do have the All-Star game here on July 6th, and we'll have them on the field. I'll talk about all the festivities. Get a liner out towards center. That's going to get down for a base now. First job by Smith pulling the hands in. Getting that bat hit out in front. Dumps it in the center field for a leadoff knock. 2 hits for each club now. And here comes Matt Rose. Good to have someone on base in front of Rose, so they can't be too delicate with him. Fastball poured in there by Delator. No balls and 1 strike. Rose was 9 for 22, 2 doubles, 1 home run, 6 runs batted in, 3 runs scored, and a stolen base. Had a big reach with the fender stick. 0-1 pitch, grounded out towards shortstop. Backhanded, throw to second. It was just in time to get Smith. Good play there in the middle entry of the bank at shortstop. Backhanded it. Threw over to Corwin. And they get the lead runner. So Rose at first now with 1 out. Here comes Eric Keldfleisch. Fastball high and outside for ball 1. And the honorable mentions this week for the UDL D-Dot player of the week was Matt Milliken for Aldie. He's a nice player. He's one of those players, you look at him and you look at the teams in the league and you're like, okay, he pretty much starts for all of them, I believe. Fastball missed outside. 2 balls and no strikes. I do like the way that player of the week is being awarded now. You have the winner, then you have the best player, the hot player for everyone else as honorable mention. That make sure nobody's missed. Fastball missed outside. 3 balls and no strikes to Eric Keldfleisch. It's a difficult game when you have a big week. You want to see that somebody's paying attention. Any exposure the players can get on the websites and national exposure always good. 3 2-0 pitch. There's a fastball, bell high on the outside corner. 3 balls and 1 strike to the dangerous Eric Kelfleisch. Delatura deals. Hit hard out towards second. Corwin's got it to second for 1. On the first, a double play. Here's 6-3 double play on the hard ground ball by Kelfleisch. And both teams have got the double play working here tonight. The 4th double play of the ball game through 4 innings. Gonna head out for a quick break here. We'll be back in a minute with more Turks baseball. Just a 1-0 ball game. But as Aldie and Harrisonburg fans know, the game can explode in a hurry like yesterday's did.
$1 pizza challenge.
The Miss Kids Unite, Bobby Thompson and Mike, and Yogi read the comics all the while. Rock and roll was being born, marijuana we would start. So down the corner the national pastime went on track. Talking baseball, the Tuesday camp and Pamela talking baseball. Man and Bobby Fella, the shooter from Barbara and the Luke. They know them all from Boston to Dubuque, especially Willie, Mickey and the Duke. Well, KC was winning, Hank Aaron was beginning, one Robbie rolling out, one coming in. Kleiner and Midget could tell, and I was the only one living down in Washington, talking baseball. The Tuskegee Camper talking baseball. And Bobby Fella, the scooter, and Barbara and the Duke. They know them all from Boston to
Top of the 5th inning, and Mella came in the lead off. Fastball in there for a strike from Boone Oakley. Oakley deals the 0-1. Slider in there for a strike. Mella can check his swing in time, but that one was called a strike on the outside corner. 333 on the season for Melican. Then home run 6 knocked in. 0-2 pitch. Slider, 1/2 to play, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Melican, Constantino, and Corwin here in the Senators' 5th. 1-2 pitch popped, foul, right side. Commissioner Lenish alluded to the championship won by the Haymarket Senators at the time, or Aldie Senators now. 1-2 pitch, slider, swung on and missed. Nice little biting pitch there by Mokley, not as much loop to it. So he's using that breaking pitch in a variety of ways, and he strikes out Melican. Comes Constantino, 269 coming in, 0 for 1 so far tonight. First pitch of the fastball, fouled off third base side. No balls and 1 strike. Top of the 5th inning. Racing along. 2 pitchers in control and double plays galore. 0-1, grounded out towards shortstop with a run down to McLean, and he throws to first. McLean has definitely shored up the defense. The young man had a redshirt season at Baylor University, but he and Hunter King in the middle infield just struggled to say the least for the Turks. And McLean has just grown in leaps and bounds, and now he's starting to hit a little bit as well. Here comes Kyle Corwin now. He looked pretty nice in the field for the Senators, too. Fastball in there for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Mokley deals. Outside corner, just a shade too far outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. I like to see a pitch like that because it lets you know that you got a real nice zone down there. Fastball popped straight back. I like to see a nice consistent rectangle. I'm a sucker for that. Corwin plays for Christopher Newport University down in Newport News, Virginia. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Hit out to a right field. Chakowski's got to beat on this. Luke comes in and makes the catch. For out number 3, so Makley continues the trend here. 0 strikes, keeping the ball down for the most part, getting ahead of the hitters. That's a winning formula at every level. Let's step out for a quick break. Turks headed to the bat rack, trying to add to a 1-0 lead. Glad to have you listening here from Harrisonburg, Virginia.
If I pitch, can you catch? Will you hold the ball when you step to the plate? Will you swing and fall? If you play, you gotta know how it's done. Can you catch? Can you hold a hard ball? I mean, baby, do you know the game? I mean, baby, do you know the game? I'm a big league pitcher. Can you catch the hell? Can you hit ball I throw to you? Softball. Can you hit ball I throw to you? Well, get that ready, baby. Let's see what you can do. Do you, baby, know what it's all about? Do you, baby, know what it's all about?
Bottom of the 5th inning. Brandon Gold will lead things off for the Turks. 0 for 1 so far for Brandon. Junior Delator, breaking ball, short of the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. Got some big time events coming up here for the Turks here in the next couple of days, in addition to our 3-game homestand tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Tomorrow's going to be Boys and Girls Club baseball club here at the ballpark. The Flames will be holding that, so fastball swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tomorrow the Charlestown Cannons come a-calling. They're a club that has stolen a whole bunch of bases so far this year. That's their man. 1-1 pitch foul straight back to the screen and a go to a fastball. On Wednesday, the New York Rebels come a-calling. Turks have had some a very close game with the Rebels on opening day. And the last time we met the Rebels just blew the Turks off the field, 10-0 up there at Rebel Park. But sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bag. Welcome to baseball. That's just what the game is. Momentum's all about who you're sending to the hill the next night. 1-2 pitch sweeps low and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll be home again on Sunday as Woodstock comes to town. Woodstock's a team that has not scored many runs, but boy, they pitched well. Fastball foul straight back again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Woodstock, the dubious honor of being first in pitching and last in hitting. I guess if you gave me that choice, I would choose that versus the opposite. Last in pitching and first in hitting often leads to some long games and a 500 record. Next pitch here, change up, 1 hops to plate, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Something about the defense and the pitching that keeps you in ball games late, and the offense can maybe not run really well late and steal you some games that your pitching kept you in. But if you're constantly having to get 8 or 10 runs every night of the week, that gets old fast. Fastball low and inside. Really nice at bat here by Gold. Relative had him down. And he tried to nibble, and Gold wasn't having it. Good pitches by Bellator. A less disciplined guy gets himself out there on several of them. Here's Luke Chakowski there with our Wake Forest University products. ACC heavily represented by the Harrisonburg Turks. Pitch Chakowski, good bunt, right side. Now trying to pick it up, and he puts the tag on Chakowski running ball. No sense for a throw, you don't need to. So good sacrifice by Chakowski
And there's a time when you have to do that. Just it is what it is. I think that Matt Rose has been about the only one that doesn't get the automatic sacrifice when the Turks play small ball. Here's a visit to the hill now. Senators want to talk things. I'm not sure if this is Tommy Meyer or Vinny Redmond, the assistant coach. It's not clear who the pitching coach is on our paperwork here, but they're gonna talk it over. Coach Reese also going to talk it over with Joey, especially with Mitch Materia. Materia hasn't gotten it going quite with the bat yet, and Turks really got their three-catcher setup, but Christian Perez came in, and he's a Duke University product, and he did some catching in the Covington doubleheader, but he got somehow sustained a mild concussion, and he's out. Cautious to get it right, and the Turks with Materia and Roach able to catch. Bellator deals fastball, swung on and missed. Materia had himself a nice cut there, but Bellator got the play past him. No balls and one strike. Brandon Gold at second, one out, bottom of 5, and a 1-0 Turks lead. Fastball low for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. So I think Blue's still blowing out to the left field here. But for a left-hand hitter, you're not likely to poke it out to the left too often here. 330 down the left field line, 320 to right, but with a 16-foot high wall, and then 400 dead center, probably about 380 in each of the alleys. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Nice bury by Bellator and Materia. He was certainly trying to hit one out over the high wall in right field as Christopher Barr did earlier. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A lot to be said about moving that runner over to third, even if you're not able to reach yourself. 1-2 pitch way outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bellator a long stare into his battery note. Abraham has a sign he likes. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and again Materia. Mitchell did not get cheated on any of those swings, but just got a lot of nice grip to that breaking ball. And Bellator really shows what he's got there. Big strikeout. Out number 2 recorded now. And no advance by the runners. That strikeout is a powerful weapon. Here comes Stephen McLean there. Fastball, glove popper for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Bellator comes set. Gives a glance to Gold at second on deals. Big curve popped out towards center. Pretty deeply, going to be playable there. And caught slightly over in the alley by Andrew Siegel. So, once again, terrific clutch pitching here. Our starters are Billy Story, Umberto Jr. Bellator were ready, and Boone Moku were ready for the Harrisonburg Turks. 1-0 ball game. We find ourselves in the top of the 6th. Back in a minute with more Turks baseball.
I need a pinch hitter, cause my legs are just laying down. So get your back ready, baby. 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 Let's have some fun. If you can hit that ball, you can make a home run. Play ball. I got a drop that'll make you swing down low. I got a drop that'll make you swing down low. You can't pick it up, baby. That means your stroke's too slow. When I
top of the sixth inning here at the old ball game in Harrisonburg. Good morning on the call for. Glad to have you listening. Are you Turks or Aldie Senatos fans? You're baseball fan, just the way we like it. Early score for the College World Series. The Virginia Cavaliers. 2 on the board and still batting in the bottom of the first. Doggone it, 2 runs might be enough for that club. They can really pitch. Leading off for the Senators was Strong. Pretty followed by Mike Abraham and back to the top of the order for Andrew Siegel. First pitch misses for a ball to Strong, left-hand swinger. Moakley deals. Outside for ball 2. John Lee Strong from Western Carolina, the Catamounts. Next pitch outside for a ball. There have been some good players from Western Carolina of recent years, and I saw them at Lanesboro. Fastball in there for a strike. Julian Ridings comes to mind. He was in high A ball currently. Next pitch is low for a ball. So a leadoff walk for Strong. And here comes Abraham.
From the strikes of Eckert, the catcher Mike Abraham.
Turks have turned 4 double plays in the ballgame. The Turks have turned 3 double plays. The Senators have turned 1 double play. So 4 total. Oakley comes set and deals. Bunted straight back on a pop-up. No balls and 1 strike. Abraham just 0-36 on the season, so that's a pretty tough one. He's got a bigger sample size, 29 at bats. Fastball high and tight, square around the bunt, but definitely had no trouble pulling it back. Abraham does have 1 sacrifice on the year, but not a sacrifice bunt, so he's a sacrifice fly at some point. There goes the runner, he bluffs. Pitches in there for a strike. Good pitch to bunt there. Abraham pulled the bat back. Not sure if he's trying to give the runner Strong a chance to steal on that. Strong has 2 steals, he's yet to be caught. Pretty small lead over there, really well. Moakley's fastball had the plate, but low. Abraham, good-sized kid. I don't have exact numbers. He looks to be about 6'3", height player, probably in the 215, 220 range. 2-2 pitch. There goes the runner. Grounded out to the shortstop. McLean will have no play other than first. Here's the first in time. So starting the runner keeps the Senators out of a double play potentially there. It would have been a tough one since the ball was kind of hit to the base path pretty much where McLean came up and got it. So scored 6-3 on the out for having a 1. Comes Andrew Siegel now. So 9-1, Abraham and Siegel, these are 2 guys that have really struggled for Aldie. Siegel at least in limited at bats. Fastball had the plate that low. Moakley kind of did a little pause and double take there, saying, that guy's not 6'3". There's that ball. But close call, and I won't act like I have a good angle to argue it. 1-0 pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner. Took a little off the velocity there to guide one over to even it up in 1 ball, 1 strike. Moakley comes set. And he deals. Grounded out towards second base. Smith takes it on 2 hops. Then the first is in time. Good hustle there by Siegel. You can see why he's leading that. Just did get him by a half a step at first base. As the runner at third comes Garrett Burbank, the Senator shortstop. Burbank came in at an even 200. He is 1 for 2 in this ball game. Senators have a team coming in at 238. Slider outside corner for strike one. Turks back in pace and came in at 277. I think about 20 points of that attributed to yesterday's outburst. But 13-3 or 4-3, still just a win for one club and a loss for another. Fastball just missed on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tie run was 90 feet away. One of the big differences between these two clubs has been the power. Turks have 9 round trippers and just 1 for the Sundays so far. 1-1 pitch missed inside, 2-1. And now those numbers are, of course, on the season for the Turks. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. No clear deals. Outside for ball 3. Materia kind of stabbed at that unless he had been crossed up. I think Mokley just missed his target by that much. 3 balls and 1 strike. Fastball just missed on the inside. And a 2-out walk by Garrett Verbank. I would expect to see Verbank get moving. He's got 5 steals. He's lucky thrown out. So runners at first and third. That'll bring Coach Jason Kuhn from the Turks dugout. Often you want to get your pitcher back on point, but you also want to remind him of a few things about possibly the first and third situation being an opportunity for a team to steal around. The Turks are very adept at doing that. They force the catcher to decide, am I going to throw through for the runner and risk the runner from third coming home? Definitely the play has to be timed just right. You want to have the correct runners on base, but really with the speed of Seaver and Seaver and Verbank, these guys can run a little bit, so. Actually see this Reese Strong over at third base. So the powwow is over. Joey Giacchino is up there now. Fastball down and in for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. 324 in the season for Giacchino. Tied for the team leading walks with 7. He struck out twice in 37 at-bats. That's a nice number. Changeup in there for a strike. First time Mokley had really pulled the string on one changeup style in quite a while. Down his end with it. Pretty big lead over at first. 1-1 pitch. Chopped down toward first, and Christopher Ball has got it. He's holding the runner on. Popped off the bag like he should when the pitch is thrown, and he's right there to make the play. They're out number 2, so great pitching by Boone. Mokley continues. 2 runners left on for the Senators. And from the bottom of the 6th inning, it's a great time for us to step out and look at the Valley League scoreboard. At Casey Field in Covington, the Jacks have been playing pretty good baseball. I think they lost sensation. They swept them in that doubleheader. They got 5-2 lead over the Woodstock River Bandits. That ball game is in the bottom of the 5th. Top of the 3rd of the Woodstock Central High School. And that game is actually at Woodstock, but the game's between the Stanton Braves and the Strasburg Express. Strasburg's still yet to have a home game at their field. That game is scoreless in the top of the 3rd. And no reports from the Charlestown Cannons at the Winchester Royals. So Monday is usually a lighter schedule unless you get just a huge amount of rain makeups. Later in the season, you might see that Monday is a more full slate if you get a bevy of rainouts, which can happen from time to time. I think later in this week could be a challenge for a lot of teams to get their full complement of games in. As the season goes on, the roster flexibility and the roster depth becomes an issue for a lot of these teams. Many of these players played fall summer baseball, fall baseball, and right on the whole season. We've had some minimal breaks here and there. Top of the lineup for the Turks, Thomas Spitz's going to lead it off. Junior Delator, so pitching again, he deals. Bounce straight back to the screen there, fastball from Delator. One nothing game, bottom of 6. 0-1 pitch. Slider slept outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Spitzbar and Smith here in the Turk 6th. Delator deals. Fastball swung on and missed. Good running fastball. A little up in the zone about chest high, but also had some tail moving in on the fist. Nice little giddy up, and Spitz could not run off. Breaking ball, it'll flow onto the first base, can be playable. Caught for out number 1, just in fair territory by Pat Wright. Sweeping breaking ball, Spitz just kind of threw the bat head on it. There's definitely not that where Delator getting ahead in the count allowed him to throw some pitches and see if Spitz would chase. There's Barr now. Each team with just 2 hits in the game. Breaking ball had the plate but low. Ball was squaring around, but he pulled it back and takes ball 1. One-0 pitch. Popped foul. Third base side. That would get out of play down by the Turks bullpen area. 1 ball, 1 strike. And 1 out. These are good and valuable at-bats for some of the players that had a redshirt season or didn't play on the regular season much. Good valuable center ball, and that definitely fits the MO of Christopher Barr. 1-1 pitch outside for the ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Delator deals the 2-1. Fastball, low for the ball. Good take. Close, but really a pitcher's pitch. Down and in. And by down, I mean below the knees. Two-one pitch. Breaking ball. That too is down. Ball draws a 1-out walk. One of the facets of Barr's game that we haven't seen much of, really because he was struggling to get on base. But we really haven't seen him get the green light to run a bunch. You know he can run. He's got center fielder kind of skills and very valuable at first base in particular. It was kind of an embarrassment of riches to have a guy that mobile down at first. And that allows Rose to just be the DH a lot of nights. Here comes Thomas Smith now. I see the ball gets motoring. Ball's been a little dinged up injury-wise. That might curtail him some. Pitch to Smith. Breaking ball hit hard and foul on the ground third base side. Whether it's a right-hander throwing a rainbow curveball or a left-hander throwing anything, that's really the pitches of Thomas Smith. He can just jump on him. You give him a pitch that he sees well. That's when you'll see the pull hitter and him come out. 0-1 pitch, high for a ball. Ball's got a medium lead over there at first so far. One ball, 1 strike. Any kind of situation where you get a runner in scoring position is going to be big in this game. 1-1, high for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Delator's left the last couple right up out of the zone. Thomas Smith 1 for 2 so far. Had a little flare single to center his last time up. Put there to first and Barr dives back in there. Coach Klasinski over there at first base. You can hear him say back. That might be the most spoken word in all of baseball. Back. 2-1 pitch, high for a ball. Quick throw down to first, and Barr is back. Good hitters count for Thomas Smith. Bellator taking his time now. Pitches to Smith. Swung on this. Good running fastball. A little bit on the inner half. A good pitch to hit there. And Smith did not get cheated on the swing. So full count now. 1 out. A very intense little nail-biter kind of game. These two pitchers have been in charge from the get-go tonight. There goes the runner, 3-2 pitches inside for ball 4, and Smith draws a hard-fought walk with runners at first and second. And that's going to bring up the reigning Valley Baseball League Player of the Week, Matt Rose. And there's no place to put him. Aldie having a little powwow on the mound, and a tense time in the ballgame. If you asked Aldie before the game, what guy do you not want to see in a spot like this? The answer would be Matt Rose, without any hesitation. He put on a show up there at Aldie last night, and he hit the man's home run up there. But Bellator, I'm not sure if they consider him their ace, but this kid can pitch. First pitch to Rose, breaking ball, cut the play in 2. No balls and 1 strike. We got a celebrity convention going on here. It's not only the race of Harrisonburg, Mike Shipman here in the big press box. 0-1 pitch, hit hard down the right field line. This ball really tagged, really good foul. Short of home run distance, but just with the flick of the bat, you see how strong Rose is. An impressive strike. There is such a thing. No balls and 2 strikes. Big spot for Bellator to get a strikeout. He got a big one last inning to pull the play on a little mini Turks ride. Ball at second runs well. He's been bird dogged by the shortstop. The bank pretty well. They're cheating in the middle, looking for a double play, but also keeping ball as close as they can to the bag, so it's hard for him to score a single to the outfield. Bellator comes set, deals to Rose again. Right out towards shortstop. Nobody plays there. That'll get through the left field. Ball is going to come around to score. The throw is coming through. Slides in there safely. Good speed by Ball. The throw is just a little bit offline. The run number 2 for Harrisonburg. Good speed by Ball. Doesn't look like he's running 100%. I saw him earlier before he was lipped up a little, but he really got a great jump. And Matt Rose is saying, hey, how about back-to-back community Turks every week? It's a big hit for Rose, 2-0 Turks, and that brings up Eric Kelflesh. 1 out, 2 runners on. Pop foul, third base side. That'll get out of play, no balls and 1 strike. We're waiting for a decent moment to bring our second pivotal guest of the night on tonight. I'm making a blush now, which I always have to do so much of it. Makes me great joy. Bellator comes set. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Fastball got it by, no balls and 2 strikes to Kelflesh. 1 out and 1 run in for Harrisonburg. 2-0, bottom of 6. Turks would like to split the gap here, get a big break the game open kind of hit. Junior Bellator would like to say, no sir, you get me more. 0-2 pitch, hit hard down toward first in the ground, scooped up. Let it second, and it hits the runner, and it trickles out in center field. Run number 3 will score. Thomas Smith comes home, a gamble of a play by the Senators' first baseman, Pat Wright, who had a sure out if he goes to the bag at first. And he tried to get that little runner there, gunned it down to the shortstop, the bank, but it plunked the runner Rose before it got to the bank's glove and trickled out in shallow center. He would have had it there in plenty of time, but you've got to make a perfect throw in that runner sliding in there. So that would be scoring a tough luck error on the play. Run number 3 scores, and they still just one out as Brandon Gold digs in. Runners at first and second now. Turks have been putting the pressure on the opponent here of late. Fastball outside corner for strike 1. This is as good a time as any. Teresa Reese, Mama Turk, to everyone out there in Turks Nation. Glad you can join us tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. She's so quiet and doing there. So how do you like the ball game so far? Slowing outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. And it was time now, don't you think?
Oh my goodness, yes. I was just talking to some of the people before the game, and I said, because some of the fans hadn't seen us in like a week, and I said, hey, we're really starting to come together. We're really looking good. Those errors were just plaguing us there at the beginning.
No doubt. Next pitch missed down low. Close pitch there. 2 balls and 1 strike. And, with the big victory they got last night and how contagious that was, the bad defense was contagious in the wrong direction earlier in the year.
Oh my goodness, yes. We didn't look very good at all.
We didn't look like worthy of those Turks unis there for a while.
No.
Fastball high and tight. 2 balls and 1 strike.
I think our fans have been spoiled for the last few years because we have had some real quality teams.
3 straight 31 seasons. Yeah, that says, and really the team figuring out, okay, we're a small ball and then play for the big one, knowing what you are, pitching defense, a tough business model, if you will, to upset once it gets going. 3-1 pitch liner towards center and taken by the shortstop. He'll go to the bag and throw the first, not in time.
Oh, he's safe.
So safe at first base there, but a really nice play by the shortstop. Good bank. That ball had eyes for center field, and he was kind of scooped that thing up. He was directly behind the bag when he got it. He had time to skip into the bag and get the first play in the middle. So a good play by the bank saves the run.
Well, I knew they'd be after us tonight after the game that we played last night.
Yes, give me a visit to the mound here. Good time to talk about last night. The ball game last night was another game, nobody style just like this.
It was a really good competitive game, just back and forth, and both teams were playing good defense, and both teams were getting important runs at the end.
And then what did Bob say? It just he threatened somebody or said, steak dinners on the way home if you get 10.
No, but it was funny because they played, we had 6 runs, and they played the song, we're only halfway, something about being halfway there or something, and one of my girlfriends said, that's right, we're only halfway there, we're going to end up with 12, and all of a sudden they looked at the scoreboard and it was 13-3.
How about that? Well, when you get going, it's really something. So
it was contagious last night.
3-0 game here. That was the first and third for the Turks. See if they try a little first third chicanery like the Turks like to do. Fastball down for a ball. Luke Chakowski was hitting there. I was putting together the numbers to figure out who played in the week was. 6 different Turks hit over 300 this week. And Stephen McClain was one of them. I'm so happy for him.
I was too. I was glad he finally started getting some hits out there. Oh my God.
And this one gets it away from the catcher, and Scamper holds run number 4 is Rose. And a good hard fastball by Bellator. It's definitely one that Abraham's got a hit and going all the way from first to third on the play. No one covered third base. So it's all the way from first to third because no one's paying attention. There was a play in the major leagues a couple of nights ago where 3 runners scored on a ball that got away from home plate, much like that. So even the major leagues can fall asleep every now and then. 2 balls and no strikes to Chakowski. 3 runs in here for the Turks. Line drive out towards right field, hung it up, and did not catch it. Chakowski's got an RBI single, and run number 5 is on the board. Heck of a try in right field by Consumago did a head first dive, could not come up with it. It's so dangerous here when you dive for one because if it gets by you, it could be an inside the park home run. a couple of years ago, we had R.J. Perucci, and I think it was last year, actually, where R.J. had a ball, he slashed the center and center field of David and didn't touch it at all, and he was off to the races. He was inside the park home run, and I think Matt had him up on YouTube before he touched home plate. How about the technology? We're old school baseball people. I mean, newsflash, we're both old. So there you go.
Speak for yourself.
All this technology that, look, see that? Both of us have a face for radio, and here we are on the internet. Thanks, Matt, you're a little senator. If I say senator, guess what?
You're all out there. It's been very nice. Our son Matt has graduated from college and he's joined the Turks, and he's brought a lot of technology, and he says, I'm going to bring the Turks into the 21st century, whether you and Dad want to come or not.
Yeah, and the thing is, there's so many things out there now. I think it's almost information overload. So I think that, it's certainly one of those things where we got to pick our spots and do the best we can to bring the folks who are out of town as much reaction as we can, because you guys have done a fantastic job with not only bringing town here and winning baseball, but the vibe in the ballpark here is a fairly friendly vibe, and they come in, and Mama Turkey made so many friends up and down the Valley League that, it happens a little bit at a time, but rising tides raise all boats, and whether it's Scott and me with the Aldie Senatos and the great vibe surrounding their team, or Bruce Alger in Newmarket, the folks in Stanton, the Strasburg Jr., the Waynesboro folks. I mean, people are starting to get, I really think, this is my selfish opinion, I think you guys are doing the motto that other teams see, and they're like, she's friendly, she's on the ball, even with her draw, she's the same person, and that's great.
Well, I was really excited last night when we went to Aldie because I saw all these interns running around helping.
Right.
And I've been telling the Valley League for years now that that's the way to go, is to get interns there to help you and to bring a lot of fun atmosphere to the games and everything. And I was really excited to see so many.
My intern Joe is out at the College World Series, and we're going to be trying to build his resume. We're going to call him tomorrow from the College World Series and give us a correspondent update. It's a good resume writing for him. It's going to be cool.
We've got a player, Adam Cherry, from last year, from LaSalle, pitcher, that was due to come back this year, and he got hurt in the last
pitch to Matthias, swung on and missed. We put you in the ball game for the Senators. Get you a name and number here in just a second. We're busy chatting about other things.
I can't see.
And one pitch to Matthias. Popped out towards center field.
48.
Yeah, it's going to be Hunter Rice on the hill. He got a ride. He's up in the glove of Andrew Seager in center. But the Turks put a quartet of runs on the board, a 4 spot. A couple of miscues by the Senators in there. But some real big walks. The Turks really took some nice pitches there and kept Bellator at the middle on the edges. Set the table pretty good. And it seems like of late, when Matt Rose comes up and runners on, you know what the result's about to be.
He's definitely been an offensive catalyst.
Well, the scariest thing, putting the numbers together, the scariest thing is that Kent Fleisch and Smith are both hitting right around 250. And boy, is that likely to change.
It's unusual for them.
It is. We've got two guys that hit. I think Thomas was 340 last year, and Kent Fleisch at 357. So they can just get happy there and both end up around 200. I think it was 2011. We had one season where we were just a couple days before the end of the season. We had 7 of 9 guys in the line up at 200 or better.
You're the stats guys.
Yeah, it was very unusual because we had a Joe Gonzalez and a Dodson McPherson and a Matt Williamson. If I see a better Turks outfield than that, speed, power, defense, that trio was as good as it gets.
Like I said, our fans have been spoiled for the last few years. We really have had some powerful, offensive, exciting teams to watch.
Yeah, because running, and I think that for a lot of people who aren't fans of small ball, they see the way the Turks couple the bunting with the running, and we don't have as much nice speed on this year's team.
No.
We just got a couple of runners, not four like we usually do. But and maybe there will be some more thunder in the lineup, because I think with some of our guys, the calculation of 2 big home runs at Covington, he's a guy who can easily hit 3 or more the rest of the way. And Thomas always puts two or three guys in the fire for the centers over there.
Yes, he does. Eric was the MVP of the All-Star game last year.
Yes, he was. Definitely was. Pat Wright, the first baseman, to lead things off. He's 0 for 2 so far. Chopped out to third, backhanded by Gold. Long throw. What a strong throw it is. How about that? Very nice. Ball was full by about 4 feet. Backhanded nicely, and a long throw across the diamond to Christopher Ball for out number 1. That's nice for Moakley to throw one pitch and get one out. That helps you get deep into the game, too.
I'm sure he definitely appreciates some good defense behind him. If I remember correctly, last night, Brandon Gold dove for the ball, got it, and saved 2 runs last night.
Yeah, the defense has definitely been shaping itself up. Tremaine Tooley is going to come up there now. He's from North Georgia. Oh, so you're from Georgia, right? You went to high school in Georgia, right?
I'm from Harrisonburg, but yeah, I grew up in
Georgia.
Decatur, Georgia. Went to Avondale High School. I was talking to some of the Georgia Tech parents this evening, and I told them where I was from, and they were surprised. Yeah.
First pitch to Tooley is down for a ball. I think that the ACC and Georgia in particular, was Georgia Tech, Georgia State, just have so many great players from Georgia the last 3 or 4 seasons. Swing on and miss, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, again, Coach Weiss has developed a good relationship, and Coach Edwin Thompson, he was at Duke, and now he's at Georgia State. He played for the Turks, so that's our
1 ball and 2 strikes on a fastball. If Virginia is going to lose the national championship, we have a Werner Turk as a national championship head coach. How about that?
We did a piece in our program this year featuring all of the coaches, the head coaches of schools that have played for the Turks.
Yeah, like 6 or 7.
That's quite impressive, and I'm sure that there are some in smaller schools that we weren't aware of.
Yeah. Maybe we wanted to switch baseballs, and hopefully umpire went out, switch the baseball to the lead. This is 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tooley, yeah.
He has some speed.
Tremaine Tooley.
We saw that last night.
1 ball and 2 strikes. This has been Moakley's best start of the year. Breaking ball, strike 3, call it on the outside. Didn't check the swing in time. I think that just caught the outside. Good looking pitch. Isn't it nice to finally be back after that? The road trip was great because the team really figured out who the heck they are on this road trip. But boy, it's nice to be back in the friendly confines.
That's definitely. I didn't think we were ever coming home.
You've been spinning that odometer following the Turks, haven't you?
I feel so sorry for Strasburg and their situation because they haven't had a home game yet.
Yeah, they're playing at Woodstock tonight. Joe Constantagno up there now. Next pitch misses to Jeff. 1 ball and 1 strike to Constantagno. And a real nice dive attempt. Almost caught that base hit to right field by Tchaikovsky. But each summer, I'm always surprised by things with the team. We've only had 6 home games so far, and it seems like this is deep in the season, though we've only had 6. Next pitch missed outside.
Well, the 11-team schedule has posed some.
Well, we've got some nice homestands the rest of the way. 2-1 pitches low for a ball, 3 balls and 1 strike. We've got a 3-game homestand, 2 4s, and a 5 homestands. The consecutive home games are not all strung together. There's no open dates in there.
Well, that's great. That's great, but at the same time, for fans, to get fans to come out 5 days in a row, right. That's kind of tough too.
Yeah, that's the business side of it is a challenge. Next pitch missed inside. Constantagno's got himself a 2-out walk. Checked his swing, it could have gone either way on that, but he's got himself a walk. Aldie could use a big fly here to get back in the ballgame. 5-0 Harrisonburg, but the Turks just did break it open here with 4 in the 6th. Comes Kyle Coleman, the second baseman. Just 1 home run in the season with the Senators so far. baseball. Greg Popper from Mercury lead off in one strike. This last couple of weeks, there was the Major League draft and all that, and the Harrison Turks draft, and there goes a runner. He'll throw out to the right field. Tchaikovsky's going to have a play. And Luke makes the catch for route number 3. But this last couple of weeks has been interesting because even the Turks that didn't get drafted, we got guys signing the play. Luke is playing professionally now. I was kind of surprised he didn't get drafted. I figured he was probably one of those guys that was just off the board for a lot of people.
Dylan Whitman signed too.
Yes, Dylan Whitman has signed, and we obviously. We didn't get a chance to talk with the fact that Connor Caden was signing there. Right. So, and Connor was a guy that we knew we were getting him back this year. We figured, oh my goodness, we're going to have Logan Onda and Connor Caden. It's like, and Brett Morgan. It's like, and we were, at the time we were thinking Adam Cherry. It's like, wow, we're going to be stacked because you got starters and you got a closer and the whole thing. But, you know firsthand how frustrating it is for Bob to suddenly have in the last 10 days before the season, you get a whole bunch of those various phone calls.
And at one point in his recruiting, I think he had like 18 pitchers lined up. And at the beginning of the season, we went into that first weekend with 6 pitchers.
Unbelievable. Yep, I'd stop by the call lot to say, hey, what's up? I always ask you the real question, who player lose, and this and that and other. And so many times you'd say, you won't believe the kind of day I've had. And that happened for like 4 days at a time. I'm like, oh my God, what is going on here? But it's one of those things that
every year. One year we lost a whole infield a week before the season. I remember what year it was.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we've had some players, some of the best players in college baseball do no shows very close to the season. I think Stephen McLean going to lead them off. And Jason, this really dovetails nicely with what I was going to talk about next. The families that come into town. They get to come in, and you're really welcome community for their sons when the summer begins and for the families when they come into town, and that's a great thing.
We are so excited. The last few years, we have had a huge majority of parents bring their sons, come with their sons, getting them all settled in. And this year, we're really blessed because, the McLeans, they've already been here twice.
Chopped down third base with one strike.
Coming back, the Ben Parr that pitched last night, his parents are here. He's from Georgia Tech. Brandon Gold's parents are spending the whole summer here.
Yeah, I think Jim Barr's coming. I think Jim Barr's coming back with.
Back. He was here for a week at the beginning of the season.
Yep, so I'm going downstairs with another guy. And
keep it all in the family.
That's right, he's family.
He said that he just told his son, I want you to go to Harrisonburg. I want you to have that experience. And certainly things have changed an awful lot since 1984 with the Turks, but he just wanted his son to experience Harrisonburg.
1-1 pitch chopped out towards shortstop. McLean's digging it off. 2 big hops. So the first is wide over bounds. So throwing away on the shortstop, and McLean reaches. The bank had him plenty of time with a good strong throw, but he pulled the first baseman right off the bat to the outfield side. And McLean is on base here. I think the way Bob is strategy-wise, I think that pretty much gives Spitz will be burning here, I would think. But maybe if 5-0, maybe not. Because Spitz has been smoking hot bat, too.
He has.
Big lead by McLean. He's not kidding over there. Pitch to Spitz is high for the ball, and he wasn't even thinking about bunt right there. Now, through the years, when players come back in town, a lot of times you realize, hey, and I asked myself, oh, who's a young man? He's 30-something, 18 kids. How's that make you feel?
Thanks for bringing that.
Pop that right side out of play. None of us escaped out of time, Teresa.
Thanks a lot.
You're reeling us all in. We just haven't noticed the hook in our mouth yet.
It's nice to see players come here to focus on their baseball, but also when they get an opportunity to be productive in their summer. And Thomas Spitz is doing an internship downtown in the judicial system.
Oh, nice. Ground ball down to a third. Picked up to the second for 1. On the first is not in time. McLean kind of went hard in the second. He looks like he's all right there. So 5-4 on the putout. And Spitzer's got way too much speed to get doubled up. And here comes Christopher Barr. One out, and Spitz already with 7 steals. I think he would get the green right here, especially with a right-hand pitcher on the hill. Yeah, it's good that these guys are able to, away from the field, get into something like that. There goes the runner. Throw down towards second is not in time. And Spitz really started his slide early. Spitz started his slide extremely early, which you really want to do on the synthetic turf. But he really ran out of gas on the slide. He was decelerating, to say the least. Yeah. Kind of a clunky slide for a guy who always had a smooth slide. Pitch was in there for a strike to Ball. Here's the pitch. Fastball popped the glove, but inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good to see Ball knock one out of the building earlier.
I missed it, but I heard the crowd going nuts, and I found out that it was Chris.
Right center field over that double high wall. And that was the only run stuck to the board until the bottom of the 6th in this game. 1-1 pitch to Barr. Popped on the left field right. Melatone's on the run. And he makes the catch. Actually, excuse me, that is Torrey out in left field. Good play by Tremaine Torrey heading toward the line. Makes the squeeze. And Spitz had to stay at second. Comes Thomas Smith, the rare 3-year Turk. And Thomas is, he's a testament to Harrisonburg and what you guys have built, because Thomas not only comes back, Thomas brings reinforcements.
Absolutely.
We like that.
Absolutely. Well, I was talking to Brandon Gold's dad, and he said Thomas told Brandon, you got to come to Harrisonburg. You just got to come to Harrisonburg.
So he knows the kind of baseball that's being played, and he knows that you guys are going to have a good summer. We had a quick visit to the mound. Abraham going to go out and talk things over with Rice. But yeah, Smith is a guy, whether Smith or Aldie Senatos are rare 2-year Turks, but they endeared themselves to Harrisonburg, but they've also gone back. They've been real Pied Pipers for us, and they brought back. They haven't just brought back bump on a log kind of players. They brought back players that they can picture in our lineup and being successful. It's such a win-win. The old cliche, it's such a win-win for everybody.
If I remember correctly, I think we've had 3 players since 1990 that have come back for all 3 years. Brian Allier, and he was from Georgia Tech, I believe, and then R.J. Perucci from Texas San Antonio, and now Thomas Spitz. But that's a testament to your program when players continue to come back.
Yeah, a guy that comes to mind that I think will be another one for us. I think Jared Floyd is good as signed for next year. Don't you?
We were just talking about that today. Yes.
The fact when we think of right there, that's scary for everybody involved. That's for Ohio and Texas. It's usually a losing play for everyone but us.
I think Garrett will definitely come back next year. And I think Joey Roach will probably come back.
And Joey got his first home run last night. How about that? 2 balls, no strikes for Thomas Smith. Spitz at second and 2 outs. Chopped foul, third base side. 2 balls and 1 strike. Down to nothing Turks in the bottom of the 7th here. Got Mama Turk on the mic with us. And now we put the voice with all the families out there, all the folks in Turks. And even fans that come in here and say, who's that lady running around doing all these kind of things? And she's there, and then she's there, and she's there. He bosses her, goes around. Who's that boy? Oh, that's her son. She bosses her around, too. She bosses everybody around but Bob Reese.
Dave, you're making me down.
And the runner, I was running on the left field. Christopher Turner, he will score. And a big 2-out single for Thomas Smith. Are you sure that Thomas Smith, we were saying good things about him?
Absolutely.
He got an RBI single in the left field in the middle of 6 and nothing.
Hey, I'll have to give him a hug for that one.
And here comes Matt Reeves, and has Rose come up with the bases empty in the last 10 days? I don't think so.
Not, if he has, it hasn't been many times.
You know, and at the start of the season, it was Kelflesh coming up with men on almost every time. So a good trend to have when you let the boppers swing with men on. We're sure hoping the 6 is enough, because, you know, maybe Aldie's got a 9-1 early in the end, Jason. Swung on and missed on a slider. Good pitch there by Rice. You know, one of the great stories with the Turks this year really just panned out in the last couple of days. I had a dollar in my pocket the other day, and I had no idea what it would buy.
Oh, Brad Mills.
Brad Mills was traded from the Milwaukee Brewers AAA team to the Oakland A's, the show, the major leagues, for $1.
I don't understand all that kind of.
Well, there's a lot of two-headed reasons why. There's never any reason why, but it's kind of a fluky clause that a lot of guys who've been in the majors and the minors a couple times, like Mills has, it's basically a clause built into those guys' contracts that allows them an out. Swung on and missed, and just by the catcher, rose her head down toward first. Instead of first is in time to retire him on the strikeout. But basically, it allows those guys, a veteran, an opportunity to not be stockpiled in a AAA for a team like that. It's pretty smart when you think about it. A lot of the guys in this prime, like Mills is, the chance to get out of Dodge. And the one team can call another and make a deal like that, and when that clause exists in the contract, they can come up with something that they feel is fair compensation. But for Mills, he doesn't care at all what got him out of the Milwaukee organization, because it gave him a chance to pitch. And, you know, he's got one start under his belt, and he's going to go back to the hill tomorrow. In his second start, he had no decision. In his first start, he pitched about 4 innings. But really, you know, University of Arizona, there are plenty of players from Arizona, and we had national championship players. Bobby Brown was on the Arizona team as a national champion. So we're starting to click those boxes. We got a national championship player, and maybe we have a national championship coach coming up. So we're starting to get more connected. We've had a World Series MVP. We've had multiple players on World Series champions.
Yes. Juan Pierre, David Eckstein.
Don't forget Steve Finley. Also on the Arizona Diamondbacks. He was on with 2 different teams.
St. Louis Cardinals and the
Angels.
Angels, that's it.
California Angels, yeah. So, you know, I'm old school, I say California Angels. Anaheim Angels. And the Los Angeles third name. Come on now, you Prince. The team pointed there is the California Angels. Now, Bill Murphy continuing to throw well here in the 8th inning. 6-0 Turks, and up to just 5 hits. A couple of miscues by the Senators really allowed the Turks to twist the night, but some good 2-out hitting for Harrisonburg. Lee Strong in lead off, Murphy Deals, fastball on the outside corner. So one of the teams that's really run off and giving the Turks some trouble, Bob Royals, really on the loss up there, they're off to a 13-3 start. They seem to be a team doing the right way. They're either on or they're off.
Right, they're hot or cold.
They're hot or cold. They just are. It's early, and like I said, we've only had 6 home games. One pitch, grounded down toward first. Christopher Ball's got that hit underhand and Mercury covering, scored 1-3. Ball's just got a ton of range on our first base. He's going to snatch everything. Sometimes you got to, get him to hold back when the ball is clearly the second baseman's ball, because he can get to everything. Here comes Mike Abraham now. Fastball swung on and missed by Abraham. No balls and 1 strike. But I'm going to ask you one question, and then I'll answer you, and before we get back to running the Turks operations, which is the title on your business card, but for God's sake, it's everything outside the lines. That's pretty much what it is. Let's pitch his ball outside. What is your number 1 Turks moment? Top of the heap. The Lewis championship, the 2012 championship, the last strikeout, Chris Pike, now professional, striking out Jimmy as a now professional. over Winchester. That was it. Breaking ball swung on and missed 2-2 to Abraham. That was it for me as an on-air moment.
I can remember that very vividly, yes.
Pitch was down and in.
And I looked at that picture over and over again with the boys hoisting Chris Pike up in the
And
air.
that's still his Facebook page.
Yes, it is.
It's still his Facebook page. I'm really professional. Fly ball out to left field. Kempflesh slides back and makes the catch. And when you look at that Winchester team and that Harrisonburg team, did you know those two teams are up to like 18 plays right now?
Both of them?
Combined. And that's only 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And there's more, but so it's unbelievable how many players are off those two teams. And actually now, that number is going to increase because there's a few of these guys that just graduated. One attempt foul on the left side there by Andrew Seaver.
Well, the Valley Baseball League is a very competitive league. And, everybody always talks about the Cape, but the Valley Baseball League has quality players playing here.
Breaking ball in there for a strike. And
those two teams, like you said, were full of great players.
Oh my goodness! And that was the clash of the top pitching team and defense team with the top hitting team, and it was just a great series. 2 pitches foul, and so you fly out to the left field catch, and he makes the catch for out number 3. But okay, the hot lights. The number 1 Turks man of Turk.
Well, it's always great to have a championship. So the 2012 championship, yes, was an amazing time, but also the 2000 championship, when we won it with just 14 players.
So we only had 15 at the end in 2012, but we had the right 15.
Yes.
We definitely did.
Winning's just fun. What can I say?
Yeah, but there's been plenty of winning, but there is something about a championship. There's been a ton of pennants. We're up to like 6 pennants or something.
But yes, Bob likes the pennant because in his mind, he says whoever wins that pennant, that shows who's the best team because they have the best record.
44 games really is a better litmus test than who can get hot for 10 days. Absolutely. It is. No question. And obviously, you won both. You agree you won both. But, when the players come back, and when they come back as men, and they come back as fathers, and in some cases come back as grandfathers, those guys make you feel pretty darn good that you've done something right.
Well, what about, was it last year or the year before when David Dennis, Moose, came back?
Yeah, I have Moose anywhere, good people.
Do you know what? That was just an amazing moment for him. He specifically brought his wife. He had gone on a business trip to D.C., and he says, you got to come with me because I want to take you to Harrisonburg. You're not going to believe. He says, those people really loved me. And I knew he was coming. We made signs, welcome home, Moose. Yeah. We had him throw out the first pitch. We had you interview his mom.
And he was flabbergasted and humble and the whole thing. And much like whether it's a Greg Parker or Moose or guys like that, I always tell them, you should just run. You're hot. You should run for office at Harrisonburg. You do pretty darn well.
Well, David's married now. He has 1 son, and he has another one on the way. He's expecting in August.
And, a lot of times you'll see who likes the story or who friends someone on Facebook and all that. It's like, I remember him. He played for the Turks in 2003. It's just cool that Turks Nation, Turks family stays together. And, you're really representing. You're the reason why for that. Now, that's why we play the Monitor, and that's why I'm thrilled to have had you on here tonight.
Thank you very much.
Now, as you've been up here tonight, they've been screwing up at everything. So it's that time you pull out the whip in the chair, we back at them.
Got to go get the food ready for the team. Got to feed these boys. They're growing boys. Okay? So, thank you for having me.
The show must go on.
Yes, sir. And we're going to get a Turks win here in no time. So, thanks. Thank you, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Mama Turk, the aforementioned. Always happy to have had Teresa Reese on. Jesse Baker going to lead things off. His pitch is swung on and fouled. Baker coming off the bench to pinch here. Right-hander on the hill is Reed Van Wert. He plays for St. Bonaventure. 0-1 pitch is low and outside. pretty certain Robert Van Wert was with front row, if I'm not mistaken. Played in the valley, spelled the same at least. Fastball, little flare out to the left here, getting down in a hurry, going to be caught out there though. Garrett, the bank, who's out in left field now, made the squeeze on that one. I'll get your number on your shortstop here in just a minute. Brandon Gold is up there now. One out, nobody on. Fastball, glove popper for strike one. Good fastball there by Van Wert. Another fastball, that one's low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Flying solo here tonight, and I think that Coach Reese has already been fastball outside for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. I already told Coach Reese, go ahead and grab a player, come up, join the post-game show. So you're certainly going to want to join us for that. Swung on and missed. Good slider there by Van Wert. Evens things up at 2-2. Luke Chakowski is on deck for the Turks. 2-2 pitch, hard to plate but low. We've had a very consistent strike zone here tonight. Neither team that I can recall has had even a glance back at our home plate umpire. It's called job well done. 2-2 pitch is low for the ball, so hard fought walk there by Brandon. He'll head on down to first with 1 out. Here comes Chakowski. He's 1 for 1 with a run knocked in. We shot an error earlier. Walked and we shot an error. Fastball popped the glove, but outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Short lead over there for Gold at first. No reason. Choppy out to the shortstop. 2 big hops. Underhand second for 1. On the first is not in time. Shortstop in the ballgame for Aldie is number 33, Derek Evans from George Mason. Mason had themselves one heck of a baseball team. The shortstop at Mason plays for the New American Rebels, Harvey Brandon Gunn. Second-year Rebel and a fine one. Valley League All-Star last year. Pitch to Materia, swung on and missed. You don't have to tell Mitch Materia to uncoil and get yourself a swing because he is gonna. 2 balls and 1 strike. He's gonna run into somebody's fastball, send a long way one of these nights. 0-1 pitch, chopped foul down first base way. Coach Klozinski makes the play in the first base coach's bag. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Materia. Stephen McLean would be next for the Turks. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Line drive, backhanded a second, flip to shortstop. What a play. 4-6 on the putout. First class play there. Kyle Corwin, that ball was smashed in the center, backhanded nicely and flipped over to Derek Evans. Vanderbilt has staged their big 9-run uprising. They lead Virginia 9-2. You have to look back pretty far to see a time when Virginia have given up 9 runs to anyone. It might be a season high, but Vanderbilt off to a good start. Not sure if that game's over yet. Let's get back to a quick break. Ready to the hit.
Trying to finish what he started here. Back in the middle is more Turks baseball.
When you step to the plate, when you swing and fall, if you play, you gotta know how it's done. Can you catch, can you hold a hard ball? I mean, baby, do you know the game? I mean, baby, do you know the game? I'm a big league pitcher. Can you catch the herd? Can you hit ball I throw to you? Softball. Can you hit ball I throw to you? Forget that, ready, baby. Let's see what you can do. Do you, baby, know what it's all about? Do you, baby, know what it's all about? I need a pinch hitter, cause my last man just stand out. So get your bat ready, baby. 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 Let's have some fun. If you can hit that ball, you can make a home run. Play ball.
Top of the ninth inning, the bank will lead things off. He's out left field now, side of the game shortstop. Mikey deals, breaking ball, 55-footer, well short of the plate. The bank, Giacchino, and Wright are due. 6-0 Harrisonburg. 6 runs on 5 hits. Fastball missed high and tight. Lights out in the Turks bullpen. It's Mercury Margaret to finish. Fastball, got a piece of it on a swing. 2 balls and 1 strike. Fouled right there at the plate. Just 2 hits in the game for the Senators. The bank has one of them. Chopped foul, third base side, and will be even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kyle Corwin has the other. A little change-up, ended up short of the plate there, 3 balls and 2 strikes. I think Moakley would take some more chances with some of these gimmicky pitches with no one on. 2-2 pitch. Hit high and deep to left field. This ball's really tagged. Baker on the run to left. He'll look up. It is gone. The second home run of the season for the Haymarket Senators. And the shutout is gone. There's no doubt about his shot. Carried about 355. So to left field. Well over the 330 sign. So a really nice shot there by Verbank on a full count pitch. And Moakley's thoughts in a 2-hit shutout are gone, but make no mistake, he has pitched a gem. Here comes Giacchino now. High for the ball at the fastball. A little bit outside. 2 balls. Moakley still with plenty of pop on the fastball. Little change up, swung on and missed. Dangerous pitch there on 2-0. He must feel confident with the change to bring him on 2-0. Quality pitch. 2-1. Hit out to the left center, to the right center field. Long run, ball really carried and up against the wall. Tchaikovsky will play on a hop and he'll get it in quickly, but a double. And Giacchino, and here comes Pat Wright. I usually go down to the dugout and get pronunciations from the various teams. And for Giacchino, I got 4 pronunciations in 3 seconds from 4 different people. So I ended up somewhere in the middle. Fastball in there for a strike. Unfortunately,
he was in the batting cage, and he was going through a circle of 5 players and didn't necessarily have 15 minutes to wait. So when the coaches pronounce it wrong, that's not good either. Mokley deals, chopped out to his shortstop, got eyes for the left. McLean will pick it up and he'll just eat it. Infield hit, no advance by the runner at second. So Pat Wright has got an infield hit, hit number 5, and now we're even on hits. How about that? Runners at first and second. Matula going to head out to the hill and talk to his college and summer team over there. Get back on point. Pretty good pitch, just a ground ball hit exactly to the 5.5 hole at the end, up between third and short. Not much you can do about it. Going to be the first at bat of the night for Derek Evans. He can hit shortstop. So nobody out here, top of the ninth. And let's just say that the top of the ninth between these two clubs has been a little bit interesting the last 2 nights. And Coach Coon is going to head to the hill. Turks got a lefty heating up quickly down there in the pen. I think this is one of those conversations where Coach Coon is like, well, we wanted you to finish what you started. They hit one out, they hit another one to the fence, and now it's time to say that ship has sailed. So it's the baseball smack on the butt, attaboy, what a great night. And Mokley's night is done. He gives the ball to Coach Coon, heads out of there, and really the best pitching performance in terms of statistically of the season for a starter for the Turks. And Mokley's going to wait and give the fist bump to the next pitcher in the ball game. I like that. And he gets a win from the crowd, and there's it was there. What a great effort by Boone Mokley. Taylor Shelton, the lefty from Georgia Tech, is going to get his 2-up tosses. Good time to look at the other scores around the Valley League. Covington, top of the 8th inning at home. That's Casey Field. They lead the Woodstock Riverbends 8-3. They're trying to stay hot on the Lumberjacks. Bottom of the 5th inning at Woodstock, but the ball games between Strasburg and Stanton. The Express lead the Stanton goes 4-3. That was kind of been stuck on the 5th inning for quite a while, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Then we did a report on Charlestown at Winchester. The Charlestown Cans will be in here tomorrow night as the middle game of 3-game homestand. They've got some offense, those Charlestown. I think the Turks are going to need to bring a run or two to handle a run. And on Wednesday night, we're going to have the Newmarket Rebels coming in. Turks were skunked by the Rebels 10-0 last time out. But alas, every day is new in the game of baseball. Shelton kind of a fastball and a couple different types of curveballs. He's repertoire, the left-hander. Good sized kid, 6'4", 220. Actually, 6'4", 220. This is my mistake. This is Shelton. He and Holloway look very similar. 130, 131. J.R. Holloway just joined the club, and they're both 6'4" and 220. And okay, Holloway is a righty. That's for me to tell the difference. Holloway has been in town for about 2 days, and I've not seen him because the Turks were on the road when he joined the club. So Taylor Shelton against the right-hand swings of Derek Evans. Pitch to Evans, swung on, foul tipped into the glove. Fastball is high for a ball. Evans on the season, 227. No home runs, 2 knocked in. 1-1 pitch. Fouled back to the screen on a good hitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Couple of runners on for Aldie. They've already got a home run in the inning. Nice big fly from Garrett Verbank. Homered and tripled in this ball game. And frankly, they could use another 6-1 ball game. Turks could even out. 1-2 pitch from Shelton. Strike 3 call. Good 4-seam fastball. Just above the belly button, right down Broadway. Shade to the inside, so as a hitter, you got to think, that's either going to break my barrel, I can't get to it with a swing. So you take it in the hope in a great location. And all of those decisions have to happen in about 1/8 of a second. That's what makes this game so darn tough. Here comes Consamagno, swung on and missed. Lefty-lefty matchup. And Tanner Shelton, keeping breaking ball. About middle speed. He's got a couple different speeds he's using with that breaking pitch. And he'll drop the arm on the down a little bit too. 1 pitch, fastball, fouled off third base side. And he's got Joe Consamagno in an 0-2 hole, doing a wee bit of the power pitching here. Relief pitchers have got to get strikeouts. That is the name of the game. And the Cummings run is on. Big curve stayed over the top of Consamagno's head there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's such a thing as wasting a pitch, and there's such a thing as almost whistling it past your catcher. One-two pitch. Fastball swung on, just got a piece of it. Off of Matulia, popped in one of his glove. You can hear the tick in the feather leather. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, 2 runners on. You've got to get 27 outs. And the Turks just don't have them yet. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Shelton reaches back for the 4-seamer. Inside part of the plate. It's just a big number. 90-91 and a great location would be my guess. So now here comes Kyle Corwin. 1 for 3 on the night for Kyle, and he's looked pretty darn good in the field. Fastball right down Broadway. Shelton's feeling it now. I think the Corwin, maybe it's a time to brush a knot out of your eye or tie your shoe and break that rhythm. Shelton's liking what he sees. And 1 pitch. Fastball had the plate but low. 1 ball, 1 strike. 6-1 Turks. Senators need a swat to get right back into this one. 1-1 pitch hit hard out towards second base. Smith gathers it up, and he throws the ball at first for out number 3. So Tanner Shelton comes in out of the pen. A couple of strikeouts and a ground ball. And that's why they call the Virginia leaders the firemen. Put out the fire. So Bean Oakley gets the win for Harrisonburg. Looked pretty darn sharp. Only 2 hits given up into the 9th. And when the guys got sharp, you always want to give them a chance to finish where they started and go forward with the complete game victory the other night. And Oakley, you know, often you get that conversation from your coach coming into the race. How do you feel? And his pitch count wasn't too bad. He was still popping the glove pretty well, so they always want to give it a chance. But credit to Senators with getting on the scoreboard here with the big fly.
Senators fall 2, 6, and 10.
So Shelton comes in, looks pretty good out of the pen. He's one of those versatile guys. Hard to say how the Turks can use him. I think he's a guy who can start a little bit, middle relief, and he just showed there that he's got
kind of crazy stuff. And for the lefty, that's a nice thing to have. So the word on the street is the Turks have a couple of pitchers that might be on the way, but you don't want to just get someone in for the sake of getting someone in. You certainly want quality and have a good championship season in England. But update for the College World Series, 9-5. The Virginia Cavaliers have closed the gap with the Vanderbilt Commodores in Game 1 of that best-of-3 series. Going to step out for he's calling about a 5 or 6 minute break. Coach Reese is going to talk to his Turks. 5 in a row for Harrisonburg. Got some contributions from a lot of guys. We'll have Coach Reese on, maybe he'll also a player. Come up, say hello to us. Stick with us. Got the Lowe's post-game show. Going to come up in about 5 or 6 minutes.
The sun came out today. We're born again. There's new grass on the hills. Round and headed for it's a brown-eyed handsome man. Anyone can understand the way I feel. Oh, come in, come. I'm ready to stay. Come in, come. I'm ready to stay. Stay. Look at me. I can feel. Well, I spent some time in the Mudville night, watching it from the fence. You know I took some lumps when the mighty cage dug out. So say, hey, Willie, tell the cow, and Jody, my G.O., don't say they so, we know the time is now. Oh, put me in home. I'm ready to stay. Put me in home. I'm ready to stay. Today, look at me. I feel got a beat up glove, a homemade bat, and a brand new pair of keys. You know I think it's time.
All right, welcome back to the Lowe's post-game show here for Ingerfield and Harrisonburg. 6-1 Harrisonburg. And, you know, everyone gets somebody who's looking for that breakout effort in the summer league season. And Bill Lakewood joins us now, and Bill, they're not really good.
I mean, it was great. I really enjoyed it. It definitely was a breakthrough, like you said. I know I was kind of struggling at the beginning, and I had a week off, and I was definitely fresh tonight, so I definitely came out and gave it my all.
Well, I think that, UT San Antonio is connected to the Harrisonburg coach up the hip. We are happy with getting them. This is a great opportunity summer after summer. They've been behind there. This guy here is RJ and Ron. We'll just see the guys like you, how you end up in Harrisonburg.
We signed here in the fall, and the whole year we talked about, like, man, we can't wait to go to Harrisonburg. They all told me, like, we're going to absolutely love it. It's such a great team, and definitely a lot of fun coming here, so I'm glad I'm here.
And, a lot of times you hear people say, oh, it's just summer ball, it's just summer ball. It's high-level play. We see the number of players that have gone pro out of this league. And, when RJ came back, you were in
he came back up to win the championship?
Yes. I was there whenever he came back.
And if he wasn't the Pied Piper for the Valley and the Harrisonburg Turks, nobody would.
How did he play 4 years?
He was 3 years here, and Thomas is 3 years. Thomas Smith's 3 years here for us now.
So definitely some great guys that came out of here, and I'm proud to be a part of this and everything. So
yeah, I think that a lot of times the team need to find some moments to maybe show up the defense, but get the pitcher and the defense and the hitting really working together. And sometimes going on the road will do that for you. It seems to have done it for the club.
Definitely. We're on a roll right now, and hopefully we can just keep going.
Yeah, good start to the 3-game homestand. 2-hit shutout headed into the ninth. I mean, for a lot of you guys, I know a lot of the way you guys are filming those videos and done all this big stuff and really playing Division I baseball. But it's nice to take it to the bump and tell you guys, if you get me 2, it's enough tonight.
Exactly, yeah. I know we had 1 for a while, and you're kind of skeptical as a pitcher, like how we like some more runs and everything, and we had a breakthrough inning, and whenever we had 4 runs in that 1 inning, and we had 5 runs, makes it a lot easier for me to go out there and just throw pitches and let them get out.
Sure. And when the defense has been playing better and maybe we're striking somebody out and pitching the contact, we got a nice big
definitely everything. I mean, whenever someone gets going, then everyone gets going, it seems like.
Now, some of the UT San Antonio guys are born and bred Texas guys. You guys know.
I'm definitely from Texas. I'm from south of San Antonio, though. They're all from Houston, so I'm kind of the little outcast.
Is Texas really another country?
Yes, definitely. It's definitely its own country. I love it, though. So.
Yeah, there's something special. That Texas is America 101, bro. It certainly is. I think that hopefully down there some folks listening and shout out time.
Yeah, I hope my parents are watching. I told them to watch tonight, so we're playing at home. Love you, Mom. Love you, Dad. And my brother Crockett. So
that's a great name. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking, naming us Boone and Crockett.
Yeah, Davy Crockett, Daniel Boone?
Yeah, well, my parents, I was kind of born on Halloween, and they were going to name me Bo. And then before then, they ended up calling me Boone, because my mom knew it meant good in French. So then once I was Boone, they knew they were going to have another son. They're like, oh, let's name him Crockett. So, like, it's kind of cliche. We live, like, on a ranch, and we hunt and everything, so we're Boone and Crockett and everything. So.
Okay, so no one's named Pierre.
That's a Texan name. My name's Rowdy. This is Riley.
Oh, my goodness. There's an Aldie. Oh, my goodness.
We got it from a Clint Eastwood movie, from Rawhide.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, you're the man on the hill tonight. I think that getting that level of consistency is just one of those things that, even your teammate Logan Onda, he was terrific here for us last summer, and he's a really better player. It was just he played himself into being noticeable, Definitely.
I mean, the whole year, he was our go-to guy. I mean, every time we got into a situation, he came in, and I would say about 99% of the time, he got the job done. Every single time he came in.
When you think about whether it's RJ or some of those guys who are in the players now and things like that, the potential is there for you guys to take your game to the next level. But in 2012, you had Chris Pike here. He's a professional now and struck out a guy that won the championship for us. He too is a professional. It's just one of those things where when you're creeping up and you're a top level Valley League team, you're not going to hide here. You're the scene, and we've got a World Series champion as a former Turk. We've got World Series MVP as former Turks. A long legacy of guys, and it starts with getting better year after year at places like UT San Antonio. It's a great story that happens a chapter at a time.
Yes, sir. Yeah, well, I hope I can definitely be a part of that group. I mean, that's a huge group to be a part of, and it all starts somewhere. So
yeah, good baseball kills everything.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for joining us, and I think that there's a long season left, isn't there?
Definitely. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. After that, my confidence is definitely boosted. So.
Yeah, if you boys want to take a flag and run it now and come with your Texas, okay, that's fine. As long as you run through a 2-hit shutout every now and then.
I'll be fine with that. I have to do that.
Outstanding.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for joining us, and Coach Reese is going to join us now, and got him good and hot. The 12-6 on the season now, Coach Reese. I think that at the beginning of the season, the Turks had such trouble with the weather, they almost forgotten just how much talent was really here. And whether it was the big home runs by Cal Fresh on the road trip or the complete game by Garrett Ford at Woodstock, you just started putting books on the wall, and here we are.
Well, I tell you, the kids are starting to enjoy each other. They're starting to know each other a little bit, and they're feeling comfortable. You know, there's no pressure. They know I'm not going to put any pressure on them. Boone did a great job tonight. I mean, two-hitter. We have 11 pitchers. When you have 11 pitchers and you're playing 12, 14 days in a row, you know, that's not quite enough. So he did a great job, and I'm really proud of him. He will be a pro baseball player one day.
Well, so many guys just getting better year over year, and that's how it starts. So definitely want to see these guys progress and really get a shot at seeing if that's a dream that they would like to follow. And I think that there's a lot of guys now that can look back at Turks in the recent years, in the last 4 or 5 years in particular, and say, you know, that guy, and he was Harrisonburg, was no better than I am right now. Why can't I just keep on working hard and be that guy?
Well, you know, I tell these kids all the time, and they're not kids anymore. No. They're 18 to 22 years old. They're men. They're young men. And I tell them all the time, God gives everybody a given talent. And if yours is baseball, why wouldn't you give every effort you can for 4 or 5 years, everything, into baseball, if that's what you want to do? If you want to play the piano, then you should do that for 4 or 5 years and work as hard as you can, because there's a lot of money out there in baseball, and there's a lot of fun and a lot of friends.
Yeah, it is. These guys do make friendships that would last a long, long time. I think that it's good to see that some of the families are making them. Good to see the players. Stephen McLean's dad is here from California again, and it's great to see that not only during the last week there's 6 different Turks hit over 300, but it's good to see Stephen finally get some hits, and his confidence is losing.
Well, you know, I tell Stephen McLean all the time. He made 3 or 4 plays one night. He went 0 for 5. And I know he wants to hit, but I told him, I said, Stephen, whether you believe us or not, you had 3 hits tonight. He said, no, I didn't. He said, I went 0 for 5. I said, no, Stephen, you took 3 hits away from the other team. So in my book, you had 3 hits tonight. He's a great ball player. I mean, did you see the play he made out there tonight?
Yeah, well, he's not there.
The one play he made there in the hole behind third, the guy was safe. But it was a tremendous, a tremendous play. I cannot say enough nice things about him.
Yeah, he's a player on the come, and a lot of times a team that's got a shortstop that is, McLean's not going to hit 250 for you, but if he can hit 250 and do everything you need him to do, that's a really
like those plays. It's just those plays.
Definitely is. Now, your 2 big guys offensively this last week. Matt Rose has been named the Valley League Player of the Week in addition. He was the Turks Player of the Week, but he was also named Valley League Player of the Week. That came up just before we went to air tonight.
Right. I tell you, Matt Rose, yesterday he had 2 doubles and a home run. The paper said he had 4 RBIs, but he actually had 6. He had 6 RBIs. I cannot say enough nice things about it. He's a great hitter. He has he has a little trouble with the curveball. But other than that, if you throw him fastball after fastball, he's going to knock it out of here. He's just
he had a couple of at-bats tonight where he had the opportunity to get himself out on breaking balls, and the more he shows some plate discipline and gets deeper in the counts, that boy, he's going to make some people get in the 2 A's and the 2 1s.
Well, he's young. He's still young. He's going to be a junior in college this coming year, and I tell you, Matt Rose has a nice future too. I guess you all don't know that he's really a pitcher. He's a pitcher. Georgia State asked me not to pitch him, and I'm not going to pitch him. He's a tremendous hitter. He plays first. He plays third. The reason I haven't been playing at first and third is because I know what kind of arm he has, and the last thing I want to see him do is go behind the bag at third base one night and fling one over to first base and grab his arm.
One of the best players in the game tonight in terms of just raw talent. Brandon Berkey a seed from behind him from high. That was a laser beam throw across the diamond.
Oh, let me tell you something. If you think that play was good, we were at, where were we yesterday?
Aldie.
Oh, we were at Aldie yesterday. They had the bases loaded, nobody out, and I think it was like the 5th or the 6th inning, and there was a laser hit down the third baseline right across the bag. He laid out, backhanded, came up, threw the man out at home,
and snuffed a rally. They did not even score that.
Yeah, I listened to. I heard that. I was listening to that. That we couldn't get it just from listening. And
that was the turning point in the game, because at that time it was 2-2,
sure,
and 2 runs are going to score, and they're going to have men on second and third, and they're probably going to score the other 2 runs, so they're going to go up 6-2 in the ball game. That just completely, that would just turn that game completely.
Yeah, things turn on a play, for sure. I think tonight's game could have turned on a play. One of the things I liked about the Turks is when the Senators made a couple of miscues and it turned from a 2-run inning to a 4-run inning, we were on the flip side of that earlier, and now we're starting to make fewer errors and make the parents pay for errors.
Well, like I told you before, we were 1-3, but the 3 games we lost to start the season, they were errors. We should have won all 3 of those ball games. Our record right now, and I honestly feel this way, and I don't know, maybe somebody won't agree with me, but we should be 17-1. We should.
Essentially.
Well, yeah, we should have been. I'm serious. If we make the plays, we're 17-1. The only game we should have lost was down Newmarket when we came out, and there was a bunch of walks. We got behind 7-0 after 2 innings.
Yeah.
I've been around a long time, and trust me, we should have been.
Look, so many of the games have turned out 1 or 2 plays, and 1 or 2 miscues.
And I look around my infield, and I know in my heart we have the best third baseman in the Valley League in Brandon Gold. We have the best shortstop in Stephen McLean. Maybe not the best hitting shortstop, but the best fielding shortstop. Thomas Smith is definitely the best second baseman in the league. And I go over to first base. We got Chris Barr. Hey, he's just as good or better than anybody in the league.
He got tremendous range, and when he moves to throw, you see, oh my goodness, this kid can cut it loose.
And then you go out to center field. I don't know of a center fielder in the whole Valley League in the last 5 or 6 years that can play with Thomas Spitz.
Well, the only thing that kept Spitz was our Turks player of the week last week, and the only thing that kept him from doing it this week was Rose having a tremendous, even topped him.
Yeah.
But Spitz did everything this week.
He's got all the tools. He does. Thomas runs. I mean, he's very quick. He's got a cannon for an arm, and he hits.
He's also become a better bunter.
Yeah, well, the only problem Thomas has trouble with the high pitch. He cannot lay off the pitch above his shoulder.
Yeah.
But that will come. The more he plays, he will become more disciplined. And he's got a chance to go a long ways in pro baseball, too.
Well, we've got a really nice table-setting lineup with Spitz and Smith, Spitz and Barr and Smith, and then just setting the table for Rose, because Rose is really coming up this summer on base, seems like 4 times out of 5, and that's a trend that's bad news for everybody.
And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get people on base in front of Matt, because Matt, with one swing of the bat, can change the ball game.
Definitely can. I think, 10 home runs now for the Turks. That's a decent number. Most of it on the road, so we played most of our road games. But good to see not only Joey Roach pop on last night, but Christopher Ball really turned on his pretty nice tonight.
The nice thing about the Valley League, or about the Harrisonburg Turks, is I look in the stands and I see parents here supporting their kids. We have several parents who are up here for the summer. They took the summer off to come here and watch their sons play baseball. And to me, my heart goes out to them, because that's what life's about. I mean, if you're invested, if you're able to come and watch your son play baseball for the summer and be by his side, I think that's just absolutely great, because the only thing you have in this world are your kids. That's the only thing you have. I mean, this baseball, next week, who cares who won a year ago? It doesn't matter. It's a game.
Yeah, it is. I think that the stories are sometimes. I had Teresa on. I'm pretty sure late tonight, but I had a few great guests, and Mama Turk was one of them. Talked to her about all the great things through the years, and the families that have come back and said hello, and just all the former Turks and all the great stories. Just decades and decades worth of good people and stories. You guys have built quite a house.
Well, we've had a lot of fun with it. Teresa's been more or less the backbone of the Turks, because her, my son Matt, they do all the stuff behind the scenes. I go out, I recruit the ball players, but Matt and Teresa, they go out and they work hard. They do all the marketing. They set all this stuff up, and whether you believe it or not, it's a full-time job for them.
To do it well, sure is.
And I think they do it well. I think we have
the best organization, and I don't mean to step on any toes, but we do everything right in the Valley League. I think we do it as well.
Yeah, and trying to get better year after year after year. Not resting on laurels is important.
And they all realize that it's not about us. It's not about us at all. It's about the kids that come here. I mean, you watch your boys. You know, they're all having fun, and you know, I've had parents thank me, call me, and you know, just everything. John Rauch's mother and father, when he went in the program, when I got him signed, they thanked me for a month. I mean, just thanking you.
Well, a lot of those parents who've been through it with their player, they see the turning point sometimes more than the player, and they realize that's the season that put him on track. There's no question in my mind that Chris Pike got on track as a Harrisonburg Turk in 2012, and he's a professional today because of it.
Well, there's no question. I think so too. I think the Harrisonburg Turks are the reason that Chris got drafted. Of course, you know, I sent him out to Oklahoma City to my friend Keith Lytle, whom I consider one of the best coaches in the nation. I mean, he's I guess maybe I'm a lot like he is. It's all about the kids. He works his butt off. He takes care of the kids. And Chris Pike went out there and he threw a no-no one day, and a week later he threw a perfect game. Gets drafted 9th round. I don't know how much money he got, but that doesn't matter. But he got the opportunity to play professional baseball.
Yep, it's a great story. I mean, there's been so many this spring. We got 2 more ball games coming up in this homestand. I'm going to get into that. Where are those former Turks? You find that they have bench still chasing their dream to be professional ball players. It's incredible. And that's from the major league level on down. We have Turks at every single level, using multiple Turks. And that's why I was bringing up the point with Moku. A lot of guys don't realize the one big season being seen by the right person at the right time and being a professional.
Like I said, it's all about the kids. I mean, you have to chase your dream for as long as you can, because you know life is so short. It really is. I mean, you play baseball from the time you're 18 to whatever 35 or 40 in the big leagues, and I think that you should give it every ounce of sweat, blood, whatever you have, if that's what you want to do. And I tell these kids that all the time. Hey, most of the kids, the ones that go on are the ones that want to work hard and go on. David Eckstein, Juan Pierre, they are a fine example of that. I mean, David Eckstein was just an average kid. And what does he do? He goes to the big leagues. He's there 12, 14, 15 years. Most valuable player in the World Series. Just a little guy. He's 5'6".
Oh, really? He didn't hit until the middle part of his career. He was a lot like a Stephen McLean. Just a blue guy, just doing everything right with the glove and making a team a winner. That's right, doing it that way.
And, you know, he didn't possess a great arm. And that's why they called him Just Enough. Just Enough.
Yeah, just enough. That's a great nickname.
X factor. I mean, he was one of the most competitive people I've ever met, and so was Juan Pierre. Juan Pierre used to come out here on this field. I'll tell you a story here quickly about Juan. Juan came to my car lot one day and wanted to know if he could get the balls and the bats. And I'm saying, what can you do on a baseball field? Buy yourself with balls and bats. So I came over here and sat out here in center field with my binoculars, watched him, and he threw against the brick wall until his arm was loose. I said, what the world is he going to do? You know what he did? He threw the balls all over the field, got down in his stance like there was a batter, and ran over, picked up the balls, the whole bucket full of them, and long tossed them to home plate. Now, what kind of dedication is that? That is
just trying to do better.
Just unbelievable. What a great kid he was. Great kid. I love him.
Well, I was looking at Juan Pierre's numbers. They'll be part of my feature on the former Turks and all that. Juan Pierre is crept up the list of all-time hits, all-time steals, seasons over 300, games played. He's way up. I mean, there are guys in the Hall of Fame with smaller numbers than Juan Pierre in a bunch of categories.
Juan Pierre will be in the Hall of Fame one day.
He accumulated in boatload of numbers and was a World Series champion as well.
Just what a great guy. What a great guy. But the reason he took those balls out to center field, when I first saw him the first week of practice, he asked me, he says, what do I need to do? What do you think, Coach? And I said, Juan, you can't throw. Your arm's not good. You need to work on your arm strength.
Yeah, work on your weaknesses, yeah.
He would long toss those balls to home plate. I mean, ball after ball after ball.
Yeah, and sometimes it is just one weakness with a particular player. I mean, think of a player like Thomas Spitz, who is such a diamond in the rough, that if he's more disciplined within the at-bat, and suddenly he becomes a guy who's 50 points higher.
Yeah, I was really, really amazed, Dave, that Thomas Spitz did not get drafted. I mean, he's got the tools. He runs. He's got the cannon for the arm, and he hits.
I think it has a lot to do with the school. I think people want to listen to both, but I think it has a lot to do with what Falcons do too.
You know, and we're sitting in the dugout the other night talking, and Spitz wasn't in the dugout, but he was out in center field or hitting or something. And a couple of guys said, I cannot believe he's not playing Division I baseball.
Well, so many times, that snapshot in time is, okay, you're 17 and 3/4 or you're 18. Are you interested at that moment in that particular June? Some guy's body isn't ready yet, and some guy's head is not ready yet.
But I'll tell you, I'm going to do everything I can for Thomas to see that he gets a chance at least playing professional baseball, because in my heart, I know that he can play with most anybody in the country in the field.
Exactly. He's got a lot of tools for sure. So, well, Coach, it's been a real nice run here, and tomorrow night the Charlestown Canes come in with team that wants to run all over the place, so it'll be important to lock them down.
Well, we're starting a big left-hander tomorrow night, Jameson from Duke. He was redshirted at Duke. He's 6'11".
Well, his pickoff move consists of just handing it to the first baseman. I understand it. Sure.
Hopefully he'll then throw strikes tomorrow night. Yeah. And if he does throw strikes, we'll have a nice outing tomorrow night for him.
He's your latest John Ross project, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. But I'll tell you what, and I've told him this to his face. I said, he's 19 years old, and you got to work. You got to work, because you can have a great future in baseball. I mean, being 6'11", he could be the next Randy Johnson.
Man, his point is in second floor.
Oh yeah, I really think he's got a nice future too, because I think he'll go back to Duke next year, and I think he'll pitch a lot. He'll be a redshirt freshman next year, and he'll be or maybe he'll be a sophomore. I'm not sure, but he'll pitch a lot for Duke, and by his junior year, he will get drafted very high. Sure, I said that.
He is very high to start. Yeah. Well, Coach Ross, thank you for joining us here on the Lowe's Post-Game Show. Another win for the Turks to run over the Aldie Senatos. Tomorrow night, the Charlestown Canes come to town. Turks will try and turn into a 6-game winning streak with the We'd love to see you here at the friendly confines of Eagle Field. Until then, I'm Dave.